Yeah, I'm just adding the last spell to my spell list.
I was really hoping as soon as I hit record I'd catch the tail end of Ross panicking, but it was... Thank you! Good enough for me!
Too many freaking horses to go to...
And I guess that's how we're going to start this one. I still don't have a name for this game, but the Kingmaker...
Too many horses!
I'm going to mute you. That's it. Enough of you. Oops, the desktop audio is muted, so they're all just going to scream at me at the top of their voices. I'm going to keep talking. But the Carrion Crown group decided that as we went into Book 3 of Carrion Crown, because I killed them all miserably and horribly, they'd rather do a different one because we all rolled up Kingmaker characters. So... time has come for the only thing I can think of to call this game. A little bit of homebrew setting Kingmaker, keeping that Carrion Crown and Whispering Way flavor so we can kind of live in the Carrion Crown universe. Maybe we go back to Carrion Crown. Maybe we leadership in the Carrion Crew. But for now, it's time for, I'm just gonna call it Kingmaker but Spoopy. Because that's what we're looking at. And new bodies are here. Actually, I forgot to tell you guys, but like you guys on the Discord, but y'all remember John, the 1-2 punch that was possess Robin's body in Doomsday Dawn and have way too many actions, and we got that spell nerfed before 2E came out. He's talking about joining the Tiki tier and joining us, so there may be 7, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, got so many people. Ross and Jeff and Robin and Emmy and Sven and Shui, and I never get that in one shot ever in my life. Thank y'all so much for your support on Patreon. And we're gonna pick this one up. I still haven't really figured out how I want to do the beginning of session of game roleplay. So we will, I guess we'll do not the in-character reflection, but the character introduction first for the hero point, and we'll, as always, you only see the greenness here. You don't see anybody over there. So we'll take it from the top to the bottom so you can put a voice with a token, and we'll begin with Ross. Who are you? What are you? Are you done freaking out about the horses? He's not.
I will have to be. I just got a text from my sister asking if I've died. Hello. Hi. My character's name is Finsal Jimerson, a native of the Stolen Lands and a druid from the northern Gnarl Marshes. Finsal has spent most of his life living in the woods and the forests of these lands, and as such has always had a bit of a background in them. He's comfortable with them to the point of which one would consider the entire forest his backyard, almost. In terms of what he's doing at the moment, he's doing a favor for one of his sisters. His sister Jacinta, who normally is the one taking charge of missions and whatnot, guiding people around the Gnarl Marshes and the Stolen Lands because of some Holy or the Now mission. But unfortunately, she's off making a peace for Desna, because of course she is. And as such, under a favor, he has agreed to take his mother up to Oleg's trading post. He's Vinsal, or Vin, as he has his friends call him, is also joined by his beloved friend Smiles. His second animal companion, after unfortunately Smiles' mother Toothy died a few years back, and as such, Smiles has been traveling with him ever since.
Woof. Fair enough. Take the hero point. Hopefully you don't need it in the first session. And next we take it to the Curse of the Many Freedoms. The art that Jeff found for Devin actually has just like a bunch of big elementals all over the place, and here's this little bald eagle flying forward, and it's like they knew. It's like they knew that's what the summoner summons at level 1. But Jeff, who are you? What are you?
No, that was a custom piece. I told them to put the eagle in there because that's where I started off. This is me in the future looking really bad. Here I am. Just say, yeah, there we go.
I think Jeff's dying.
Oh, we good? Okay. How much of that did you catch before?
Caught the custom piece. Oh my god.
So the custom piece, that's why the eagle is there. That's gonna be me in my all awesome glory. Anyway, so what we have right now is Dubois, and he is a minor nobleman. He really wants to be really important, but he's not. And he's like the seventh son. No one cares about him.
Oh, Jeff, you exploded. Oh, poop. Oh, my God. And this session is cursed. Jeff, if you have headphones or something, we're all feeding back from you.
Let me try that again.
Well, that sounded much better already.
yeah, I could look at me talking and it's not exploding. I'll leave that there just so everyone can have a quick explosion. Welcome to Spoopy Kingmaker. The Cursed Adventure. Well, now I think we just lost him. Well, he's lighting up, but I can't hear him.
He's lost to the void.
He's lost to the void. Maybe a new microphone is a good option, says Sven in the Discord. I guess I need to move the Discord to the other monitor, too. Go over here! Oh, I think he's dead. Whoops, no freedoms. Can't have it. 0 freedoms. I'm not dead.
Not dead yet.
Worst case, just moving to the back of who's talking about the character.
Yeah, sure. Jeff, you can hear us. Figure your stuff out next. Well, who's next? It's you, Robin. It's you, the man with many horses.
Alright. Many everything. While he was playing minor noble, I'm actually doing the large noble one, pretty much. I am playing as Elric von Almar. I'm a nobleman who comes all the way down from Magnimar. Maybe some people know that's like the large city near where Sandpoint is, because I think Sandpoint is also one of the places where some of the adventure paths play. Yeah. Well, Elric is a young human wizard of the Foresight School, which is like a sub-school of the Divination School. Pretty cool stuff. He's pretty much fresh from school, so he hasn't really had the time to do any adventuring stuff like that, and he's still pretty naive when it comes to a lot of stuff. He has bought a ton of stuff that's not really that needed for adventuring, which is mostly just for comfort. But I mean, he likes planning stuff. He was like, oh yeah, I will totally need this for adventuring. And since he had a lot of gold to start with his rich parents' background, he pretty much funded all of this stuff. Like normally his family only does like the supporting for the Order of the Palatine Eye, but little Eric here was like, oh no, I want to do like an active mission, like reclaiming a lost country. That sounds so awesome. I want to do that. So that's how he got in here. There was probably going to be some friction between him and other characters, because, especially with the druid.
Cough, cough. Druid, cough, cough.
But yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to attacking. Oh, I see someone deleted all the horses from Roll20. I saw all 6 of them moved at once, and it was... I get why everyone was upset. Now they're all gone. That's what you get. Horses are dead. Jeff, you there? Jeff, you making noise? Jeff's dead. Well, he's lighting up on Discord, but that's... Peep. Let me see. Maybe I can fix it over here. I shouldn't be picking up... Oh, no, I'm not picking up on Roll20. It might be that your mic's going to Roll20 instead of Discord, Jeff, just to throw it out. But I guess as we're waiting on Jeff to figure his life out... Yes, that's a kobold. I like how I didn't have to say anything. Just, there it is.
My name is Tuxel the Copperscale. It is a pleasure to meet you, though I'm not sure you can say the same about me. Are there any last requests before we get the show on the road?
Yeah, tell us about your character.
Well, you may think I am a kobold, and I kind of am. More specifically, I'm an Azamar kobold. Suppose my childhood wasn't exactly the greatest, being a copper-scaled kobold in a... You know, they really don't like the metallic dragons down there much, do they? But, you know, it's a bit odd being your executioner as I am a bard. Most people tend to think that bards are happy-go-lucky, but I'm just here to laugh at you until you die.
Rude.
I'll see you in the afterlife.
Wow, how morbid. For the beginning of things, good enough, and then right under the kobold is the one that's like half drawn, almost as if someone commissioned art and then didn't quite get there. We'll change Trazen's token when we get there. But Sven, who are you? What are you?
Hi, I will play Trazen in Infinite, and yeah, the afterlife is a good point because I'm a Duskwalker, and the backstory is he was a high-ranking member of the Order, and got killed while he was experimenting with spells to convert undead again, the souls of undead back to living again. And he was ambushed while the experiment by the Withering Way, and got killed. And Pharasma gave him a second chance to redeem himself. And now he helps the group in their work and tries to get back to his old self.
Good enough for me. Short, sweet, and not as edgy as you thought, but fair enough. I guess I'll ask one more time before we go to Chewy. Jeff, you live? Well, this time he reads he was muted. I think he's dead. I'll have to have him call me and just hold his phone up to, or hold my phone up to my mic when he doesn't speak. Oh, Jeff, sorry, buddy. I guess we're gonna go to Ragnar the Red something. There's a Skyrim joke that I didn't quite have figured out. Whatever, Chewy.
I am Ragnar Greystone. I am a dwarf. And I am a dwarven archetype of a cleric, the Forge Lord. So I'm going to build a whole lot of stuff. And I worship Torag, which I found appropriately. And my family has helped the Esoteric Order for a while. Mostly on building hidden bases for them. Some help with the Divine or defending the more studious members, which stories of that I can... Now, see, I'm going to have to do that when I look at the noble there. The nobles, I should say. There's going to be a lot of defending of them. So my work's going to be cut out for me. But I do see there's some, at least a few people here that look capable of holding their own. But I do smell the hint of alcohol in the party somewhere. I'm definitely going to
sniffing
enjoy
around
that.
the wagon. Just... Where's the ale? Where's the Lenorum ale? Where's that Oafen ale? Fair enough. Good enough for me. Jeff, I guess if you figure it out, just keep screaming into your mic.
Did we, okay?
Hey, you did it.
Hey, I did it!
Go ahead. It's all you, buddy.
Okay, all right. So, yes, minor noble wants to be really important, is not that important, but it's really important in his own mind, and is in desperate need of friends and companionship, because his family doesn't really care about him. But they kind of care about him only because if he looks bad, and the family looks bad, so he's out here trying to make a name for himself, trying to hunt down undead, trying to make people think he's a lot cooler than he actually is.
Just like me. Fair enough. Okay, cool. And we will turn it over now. We're going to pick up this one a little different than how the AP picks up. We are going to pick it up basically immediately after everyone who's not Ross's formal inauguration into the Esoteric Order. You've come from wherever it is you've come from to the city of Restov via teleportation, where you're supposed to get your first mission. You've gone from the like big extravagant meeting slash party slash initiation that joining the Esoteric Order is to basically another party in this city, much farther, for I think in one of our cases, much farther to the north than everybody else's. But it's we'll say we begin the game on, I forget the 1-to-1 equivalent, but the 1st of September, the 6 of you find yourselves at, again, super extravagant party. Someone is supposed to meet you, but they haven't grabbed you yet. And I'll turn the floor over to y'all, because I'm still trying to figure out how I want to introduce characters on session 1, and I don't know how, so I'm stealing this from somebody.
So Devin will walk up. I'm so bad with names that I'm shit with names, nouns, places. But the other noblemen, Devin's gonna walk up to you and try to nudge elbows and try to become your friend. So I said, it's good to see that there's other high-born people in a group.
Yes, it's indeed great. I was somewhat fearing that everyone here would be experienced adventurers and that I might not fit in, but having another nobleman on my side feels like we will have some things we will be able to talk about. I'm not sure how everyone here knows the typical topics that high society tends to talk about. So, what's your name, my dear friend? I'm Ulrich von Almar. Actually, Ulrich will take a look around. Where are we currently? What can I see?
You guys are currently in a, I guess I won't yeah, I will. In a sizable ballroom in the city of Restov that the Order has someone talk to someone, coin changed hands, and they've rented the place for the night. There's lots of people are eating and drinking and being merry, a la the upper class. There's probably some like bards in the corner making music. There's like
perfect. I would fit right in.
Exactly. There's kind of like over in the corner, there's a place y'all are supposed to go here. This is where the person is supposed to meet you, but they haven't showed up yet. Whoever is supposed to give you your assignment.
So would I know, like, is it in bad taste to have my Eidolon out with me, or should I not have him about?
That's a really good question that the percentage dice will decide. You probably could. There are other casters here. If your Eidolon were to show up, probably people would ooh and ah, but like nobody would. It wouldn't be a faux pas. Certainly, no one would like call the guards on you.
Okay. So I introduced myself as Devin Devereaux Desbois, and this is my very close companion, Nobiert. And then hand wavies, magicalness, buff koala appears next.
And indeed, the
Oh, geez, that's like a human-sized giant muscular koala.
It's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card at all.
Wow, that's most fascinating.
Someone's
How does
got
it
to do the
work?
heavy lifting. It's a matter of getting someone to do what you want. You have the right conversations, the right incantations, the right, smooze, and we've been friends for a while. I know his people know my people. We go way back.
Fascinating. Does it work similar to summoning demons and fiends?
Very, very similarly, exactly. I understand you graduated from a prestigious magical university.
Oh yes, I'm actually just finished studying and graduated not too long ago. It's pretty much one of the first things that I went to do after I graduated was bug my father a bit about wanting to go out and adventure a bit, and I by chance heard him talk with another member of the Esoteric Order about a new mission that they were planning, and my father wanted to fund some of the things, support the order like we always do. But this time around, I insisted on personally joining the mission. He had like a big smile on his face. He's like really happy, and he looks very naive at the same time too. But he looks real stylish. He's rocking like the whole shoulder outfit, except that it's more on the fancy side than usual.
So I guess we'll go back and forth, exchanging pleasantries, commenting each other on how awesome their high fashion is, and looking down, and we see the weird little cobalt thing. Can we wander over to it and ask it to get us a drink?
I don't
What
see
do
why
I
not.
look like to you, a maid?
Oh, my apologies. I thought you were the help. But it's good to have someone like yourself amongst a fine group of people as this.
Like myself, what do you mean?
The cobalt race is most fascinating. I once read in a book that they say that they are related to dragons. Something about their scales showing which kind of dragon was their ancestor. Judging from the color of scales, it seems to be a copper dragon, maybe? Wasn't the ancestry of this one? I would
You
love
know
to
that
run
I'm
some
right
tests
here.
on her blood and see if I could figure out the. And he just starts like mumbling to himself.
He's ignoring me. Oh, well, can't be helped, I suppose. I will have to watch my tongue, though. It's so tempting just to make fun of him right now, but if I do that, he might get hurt.
I go up to the kobold and say, yeah, he may get hurt. His feelings probably get hurt as easy as he would. Look how thin and scrawny he is.
Oh. Nobles are so interesting to me. I hear that they're a descendant of highborn humans.
How fascinating.
Indeed.
I wonder if their blood is different than others.
Oh, no. I don't do blood. See, I'm an executioner, but I always do a clean job.
Ah, I see. Do you take passion in your art form of execution?
Oh, yes, I see it as a way to educate the people, and it's sort of fun to poke fun at evil, I suppose. It's quite amusing. Really, like, the Chelish Empire is particularly entertaining with their contracts. My gosh. They have to read everything up, down, left, right, upside down, backwards, in the mirror, hopping up and down on one foot. And they still won't understand half of it.
That just sounds ridiculous. Why can't they keep it simple?
Nothing legal is ever simple. So, who might you be?
Oh, how rude of me. I am Ragnar Greystone.
Ragnar Greystone. It's a pleasure to meet you. Tuxie will hold out a claw for a shake.
I shake your hand. And what is your name?
My name is Tuxale the Copper Scale, but most people just call me Tuxie.
Alrighty, Tuxie. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Same here.
And I suppose everybody sees this. Devin and Elric are standing as these two are talking. And of course the other two are around here mingling somewhere. But if nobody has anything else to add, eventually a shorter than average human man begins making his way through the crowd, and he probably finds we'll say he finds Ragnar first. He's carrying a little like pad and paper. He's, yes, you must be flip. Ragnar. Yes, you are new to the order.
Yes.
Oh,
that
good,
is me.
good. Yes, your family has done so much for us. You know what they say? We'd never make it without you. Working class heroes, we will say. Yes, and you, the kobold, who's not entirely a kobold. That must be you. I do not think there are any other kobolds that were let in here. Yes? He begins looking around real frantically.
Oh, yes, that is me. I'm happy that you recognized.
It's very, very, yes. Nod, turns and... there was supposed to be, the boy from the Amar family is running around here somewhere, and, the man with the big koala, and turns, sees the big koala, and just, you two, please, come, quickly, come here.
I guess we'll saunter on over.
And flip.
Yes.
And
With
you...
most gratefulness of the high society, of course, and do like the little bow, and everything that's part of doing a proper introduction. I mean, that's basic courtesy.
Indeed, yes, you are, flip. Elric von Amar, yes, of Rizia?
Indeed.
And he, Ragnar Tuxie, you realize this is the first time he's extended a hand to shake anyone's hand, to shake Elric's, and just, your family has financed so much of this expedition. I'm so very, very happy you could join us, and you are, oh my, Devin, Devereaux, Dubois, flip. You're somewhere in here, the summoner, yes?
A master at summoning, thank you very much.
Oh, of course, my friend. Extends hand, shakes. Oh, we are waiting for,
Devin, wipes his hand off on a hanky.
The man
Oh, wow.
puts his, hand to his chest and leans back, just... I see that Tuxie's casting Mage Hand.
Oh, yes. I'm pulling the hanky. After he stuffs it back in his pocket. Well, not so much while he stuffs it, but as he has it out, just sort of poke fun at him.
And Devin's hanky goes floating through the air. To which he apparently has no response. And there's somewhere, this cannot say. The man's eyes get really wide as he begins, flipping through and reading the, whatever page he's turned to in this little pamphlet. The expedition is being joined by Trazen the Infinite? That's impossible. He is dead. Begins looking around.
We have dead people in our party?
I believe so. This is impossible. Trazen the Infinite was tragically lost. Something about an experiment earlier this year. He can't possibly be... Looks around and eventually eyes settle on a very grayscaled version of what Trazen used to be. Trazen?
As I hear my name, I look at the person and go over to the group of people and say, yes, that's me.
You, a Duskwalker? I can't believe it. That if Pharasma has decided you return, then you return. Welcome, friend, welcome. And holds out his hand. We've heard so much about your prowess.
I shake the hand and say, yeah, Our Lady in the Grave was generous to me. And do a little sign of her symbol.
And he returns the spiral and just... Clearly! My... You don't see that every day, and I've seen a talking kobold. Anyways, the five of you. We've called you here because, well, we have a bit of a problem. Certainly you all know that we here at the Esoteric Order of the Paladin we exist to keep things rolling, keep things moving, though most of the noble folks in this part of the world, they think the world revolves around, and he begins, like, mock stabbing with a sword. The fine art of swordsmanship and nobility. No, they are fools. It is us that keeps the threat of, I dare not speak his name here, from returning. And we've heard rumors that here in these lands, the Whispering Way, they seem to be looking for something. Of course, we could go find them ourselves, but they would recognize us and everything would go south very fast. So for your first assignment with the Orders, the five of you, we'd like you to go into, and he pulls out a sizable map, which I will... There's two of them here on Roll20. And one of them is not for you, because I have two Kingmaker groups, as y'all know, and they both muster in the same Roll20. Pulls out a sizable map, sets it on a table. This region is known as the Stolen Lands. Over the course of history, several have tried to tame it, tried to conquer it, but no one has ever been able to hold it for long. The Whispering Way is looking for something in here. We'd like you to go, see what you can find, see what you can figure out as they are up to, and then return to Restov to, of course, let us know so you do not... And he thumbs up, turns the thumb towards his neck, and draws it across his neck to like that kind of thing. So you do not become one of them. And to that end, where did that damned Vingal, where are you? He like claps like as if to summon like a dog. Just we've hired a noble, quote quote, from the region, someone who knows the land a little better to make sure you do not get lost. Where is this boy?
So that was me, right?
Yup.
I don't respond to the clapping.
Oh, come, there you are, there, come here. We need to talk, I need to introduce you to the expedition, come. And he begins like, as if like there was a rope around you pulling it.
Wait, excuse me, but last I checked, I am a person, not a dog. And you'd be best to remember that.
Oh, of course, I'm so very sorry.
Yeah.
Indeed, after all, he's not a gnoll.
I use the term lightly.
If he were a gnoll, he would be both a person and a dog.
Closer to the hyena, I believe.
There's just a look between the two of them. I imagine my hood would be down, so the two, you would just see like a, black-haired kind of like minor scars on the face and whatnot. Kind of like looks between the two of you.
But you are a human, right?
What?
But you are human, right?
What does my race have to do with you?
I'm just wondering. We have a lot of non-humans here, and I don't want to assume, you know.
Oh, goody. Let me guess, noble kid? Something along that nature?
If I just see you smile, what did it give? What gave it away?
The fact that I'm probably going to have to change your diapers later.
Oh,
you normally have to pay extra for that. Well done. This is a good deal.
And then we have Snotty Rich Asshole. The upgraded version. Great. This is what I get for letting my sister talk me into doing jokes for her. God damn it. Yeah, so, name's Finn Call. My friends call me Finn, so most of you just keep calling me Finn Call. It's apparently my job to help you guys find your way around the forest and whatnot, specifically the Stolen Lands.
And the Order has paid you very, very, very handsomely for this. Yes, it is your job to make sure these 5 do not get lost, eaten, lost and then eaten, or anything in between, so we can make sure they come back to us alive, unspoiled, and, well, you know. Home.
I can work on the alive one. I cannot promise the unspoiled part.
Ooh, I like you. You're with his shop.
Thank you.
Well, I have heard before that it was spoiled rotten.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
So the sooner we get out there, the sooner we make a name for ourselves, the sooner glory, riches, fame, fortune, and adulation rains down upon our head. Who's ready for an exciting date?
That just sounds like a Tuesday to me.
I most certainly are. I want to see those stolen lands. What a fascinating name.
Indeed, yes. It would probably be best if you leave first thing in the morning. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns for myself, now would be a good time. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. My name is Nero. And he extends his hand to Devin, Elric, Trazen, and nods to the other 3. I will be your contact here in Restov.
Nero, quick question. Before we go out on this mission, is there any sort of information you can give us, any sort of supplies that might be handy that people who have failed before us have left behind that you would like to equip?
So far as supplies go, again, I believe the Von Amar family has spent a copious amount of coin to make sure that this expedition is very well stocked. Of course, how to say, he begins snapping his finger. We at the Esoteric Order believe a certain finders keepers, as it were, sort of, right? If you find something out there, it's all yours to sell, keep, do with as you will.
Excellent. Say, do we have any contacts once we reach the place? Can you give us names, directions? Something?
Well, there's one road. That road leads to a trading post, an old Taldan fort that was abandoned and picked up by, He begins snapping his fingers. Yes, that's Ivan Oleg. He's a very, very fat human man. He and his wife, they live there. They buy pelts from the traveling hunters and other individuals that live in the stolen lands. I suppose he makes a living. It's certainly the last bastion of civilization. Oh my, I almost forget. And he reaches into a bag of holding at his hip and begins pulling out really bright, fancy, colorful clothes. Valuing the stolen lands, you, the 6 of you, will be posing as a Varisian caravan traveling through the region, and of course are absolutely not involved with us, so the Whispering Way doesn't figure it out and kill you. You understand?
Oh, those are most colorful clothes.
Yeah, you're from Varisia, you understand.
Yes. I was just about to say, I think they were actually really liked by the nobles like a couple months ago. I remember wearing them to a couple of balls, dances. It was an interesting time. I do like them. I fancy the colorful. It was refreshing. Currently, we have those weird grayish and brownish colors which the people like. I just don't understand. But I guess most of the adventurers like to wear these kinds of colors too, so...
Because they don't stick out too much, but in this case you want to stick out, to stay hidden. It's quite
precisely! Look at this little dwarf here. Well, he's very, very smart. My, oh my.
Nero, do you have to treat everyone that works with you so condescendingly? Or is your blood so thick that you apparently can't recognize the difference between wine and water?
I feel like I want to ask for an intimidate check. Yeah, I'm going to ask for an intimidate check.
He's not asking. I'm not trying to be intimidating. I'm just being a jackass.
You're just being yourself.
Trying to be insulting.
I'm not trying to be intimidating. I just don't
I really don't like this guy. And I really don't care.
I'm so very sorry. I just... Well, you see... never mind. Is there any other questions? Anything else I can care to explain? He's talking to Devin, Elric, Trazen.
No, as long as the people that you hire do their job, keep us safe, and we'll be able to do our job to make sure that there's none of those undesirable ghouls and undead fiends, I think everything should be perfect.
Splendid.
Yeah, yes.
Didn't they hire you
indeed.
too?
Don't remind him of that. He doesn't like the fact that he has to actually receive coin from others.
Oh, but it'll be so much fun.
You know how they say. There's only one thing more fragile than China, and that's a rich man's ego.
What is China? His eyes
It's a
get
phrase
real
for fancy crystal.
big. Fair enough. He doesn't break the fourth wall, and his eyes don't get real big as he begins talking about the Great Wall. Got me. In any case, Nero bows, excuses himself, and begins to go back to mingle with folks. Y'all have basically the rest of the night to the 6 of y'all, or we can jump ahead to the adventure.
Tootsy's
Oh.
gonna fish.
Tuxi's gonna what?
He's gonna buy some fish.
Okay.
He could have been buying fish.
And I'm gonna stick the Sandpoint Devil on all of you. She gets it.
Yes.
She knows.
Well, I still haven't talked to everyone who is going to join us on this fine journey. So, there was another shirt person, the dwarf. I think I want to talk to him. Yes. I heard that dwarves make great craftsmen. I'm actually a craftsman myself, and I plan to do some dabbling in the arts later on. Currently, I still mostly know about alchemy and herbalism, but I wanted to broaden my horizon. And maybe talking to him will give me some inspiration and give me new knowledge. Because knowledge is power.
G.I. Joe.
Well, I can agree with you on that one.
So, say my short friend, do you possess some of the old dwarven arts? Can you craft? Are you maybe
Can
a
I
blacksmith
craft?
or something?
I
Yes,
am
I
a
heard.
forge lord of. I can craft anything that is made of metal and other stuff. Metal is my specialty, but just give me a challenge and enough time, I'll have it done for you.
Yes, I've heard many stories about both the metalcraft and also masonry. When it came to the dwarven crafts, you have some really magnificent buildings, and the names of your artisans are known far and wide. It's quite impressive indeed. I hope that maybe once we have more time, you can show me some of your tricks. I've only been learning like the basics of different crafts when I went to college, but they don't really go in depth, and they mostly focus on the human crafts and only mention the dwarven crafts at the side. So
I
maybe you
see.
can show me some of your techniques.
Well, I may not be a crafter of this variety, but my family does originate. Alkensester. So, but my brother mostly works on the firearms of things. I stuck a little bit to the old ways and the new. But hopefully the order will let me meet him again. But maybe if I meet him, I might pick up those arts, and me and him can show you a thing or two.
Say, do you originate from one of those famous underground cities that I heard much of?
Not me myself, but the one by Alcatraz, my grandfather traces his roots back there. That's where he was originally from before he left the underground.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen these cities? Did you experience that?
In my younger ages.
Would you mind sharing that experience with me? And is a hand starts glowing with arcane light. I can create a mind link between us, and you can show me in a moments of time the things that you experienced back then. I would love to see it.
A bit much for a first date, don't you think?
Now's not the time, but maybe whenever we make camp.
Oh, it would only take a moment. Actually, it's just one touch, and instantaneously you can send me about 10 minutes worth of experiences. It's both pictures and feelings and things like that. It actually really takes just a fraction of a second to transfer it over to me.
Well, I'm not for sure about that, but you seem like you know what you're doing when you talk. Well, know what you're doing when you talk about this magic. So I just.
I give him my hand, and my staff flashes for a moment when I use my bonded object to cast Mind Link and have him share his memory of the dwarven cities with me, and in forms of pictures and feelings and other stranger concepts.
You see, like, the forges, the gate opening, and all that, all the smiths at work, the occasional magic craftsman.
And how were you feeling at that time? Because I would also get the feeling that we were having when you saw those sights.
At awe at the knowledge Torah gave us and what we've created since then with the knowledge.
Most fascinating. Thank you very much, my friend. I love experiencing things that others saw. This is one of my most favorite spells, because words can only transmit so much, you know?
Emmy, does Chooksy cast that, or are you just testing macros?
Neither. I accidentally pushed a button.
Oh, fair. No wild magic here.
Nope.
You have wild magic? Cool. Say that out of game.
Yeah. Wild magic, most fascinating. I think wild magic is actually not bound by the weave, is it? At least somewhat. That I think all of magic used to be wild magic before the goddess Aishi, bless us, created the weave. I'm, by the way, a follower of the goddess Mistra, who created the weave back in the day.
Now, did she create it or did she tame it? What did it exist before her? Because you gotta think about it.
Before her didn't exist. She used to rule over magic, but back in the day, there were no constraints on magic, which made it more powerful, but also difficult to grasp and control. There used to be a time of great magics, but with the magic being untamed and unrestrained, mortals could rise to power that was too great for this world. And there's the story of Casus' great foolery, a wizard so powerful that he managed to invent a spell of the 12th level, and when he cast it, he robbed God of the power, and with that, both he and the god perished, and with him, magic turned chaotic, and it almost destroyed everything. But thankfully, the goddess managed to fix everything by reincarnating in a new form and rebuilding the weave and magic. But from that day on, forevermore, no one should cast spells above the 9th tier.
I'm sorry, but what the hell are you talking about?
I'll be honest, I got lost in that conversation.
The
It's
hell are the
history.
tiers of magic?
It's most interesting. You can say it's how powerful magics can be. Only the greatest of art mages nowadays will be able to weave magic that powerful. I mean, there should be some kind of world knowledge about magic and different tiers, and also about spell slots, I guess, because
More or
I
less.
pray for
everyone
my
knows.
power.
Yes, but you still only have a limited amount of it, right?
I see it as the stronger, the more experience I have in the world, the more I spread my God's teachings, enact his will. Eventually he'll grant me more and more powerful magic to help serve in his name.
So you're a cleric of Torah. You see, while I'm a wizard, I was blessed at my birth, so I do have minor magical powers in the divine domain too. For it, even though this domain is also the domain of magic, you see, and he lets go of his staff, and staff starts floating, and floats out, and then back to him, which is the first level power of the domain of magic. You can let your weapon float to an enemy, whap them, and then it floats back to you like a returning weapon, but melee. And I can give people guidance of the goddess as well. Yay, guidance cantrip.
Yeah, guidance.
Yeah, I guess from this point on, Elric would probably mostly do like a little pleasantries, drink a bit more, and excuse himself because he knows you need to go to bed early so you can get up refreshed for the long next day.
I say to Tuxie, this is probably the first time he's ever went to bed early. It seems like he's one of those late night partying nobles.
More of the late night studying type, actually.
I think you just made his point.
That was Jeff.
Yeah, I was just about to say, who did we lose?
I think he's trying to figure out his mic.
Tuxie is thinking really hard about glitter dusting the other nobleman. She's thinking about it.
Still not working, Jeff. I look into the rest of the group and just say I apologize for the behavior of Nero. You can be sure not everyone in the order is like this. And then I distance me from the group and drink something, eat something, go in my room.
Okay. Anybody else got anything?
Well, he seems like the silent type.
He speaks what he needs to say. He doesn't speak anymore. There's respect to be had in those sort of methods.
Tuesday was gonna.
Oh yeah, she's going to sort of mage hand some fish into her mouth.
Okay, fair enough.
Play around with the food.
Okay.
And
All right. Can you hear me now?
What?
No.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've been trying to get into the conversation the whole time. I was like, Eldrick, my good man, I feel like this is all going over their heads. I was trying to end that a while back, but no one could.
That's a shame.
I saw we were going on a bit long on that one. Okay, everyone hear me now?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yup. I'm not sure if he has nothing else to say or we lost him again. Oh no.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're
Right,
gonna.
that's 50-50.
I want to mess with Trixie a little bit. Did she ever find the fish she was looking?
Yeah. One of the
yes.
in Restov, there's this it's about the size of a human's forearm, an eel that lives in the waters in the Stolen Lands. It's super hard to catch and oftentimes will take the fingers from fishermen, but is considered a delicacy in Restov, and it's just kind of lining the tables here.
I look very disgusted at all the fish, and they're just like, ugh.
Are you a vegetarian?
No, I just know how difficult these things are to catch, and I know for a fact none of the people in here actually tried to catch them.
Oh, are you a fisherman as well as a bodyguard now?
I'm a hunter. I survived in the woods, my family has, and that's how we've always lived. I don't need someone to prepare my own food for me to eat.
If a man is going to eat, he should be able to feed himself instead of having somebody feed him.
But think of all the other things you can do while someone else is feeding you, all the other many hours in the day that could be spent playing music, reading poetry, learning the art of dying.
You see, there's a difference between having engaging times to think and reflect on one's life and being vain and arrogant to the point of overspoiling oneself.
Tuxie will mage hand a silver spoon over to
Yes.
hang it on there.
And so it was.
Oh, see, I thought you weren't part of the help. Thank you. This will come in handy later.
If there's going to be one
Gonna
casualty,
glitter dust him.
if there's going to be one casualty over this mission, it's going to be you, my friend. Good night.
That'd be an easy bet to win.
Glitter dust, glitter dust, glitter dust.
No Beard walks over, all jacked and koala-like, and gets into your face, and I say, "Easy there, No Beard. The poor didn't mean it. It's all right."
There's going to be a swift turn on my heels as I hear that. Walk over to the fellow and what's your name again, friend? I have the names. I should be able to remember them.
Half the party's real bad with names.
Devin. It's Devin, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk over to Devin and say, "All right. Would you like to take this outside?"
No, we have such a glorious inside. But if you want, I'm sure I can hire someone that will show you outside if you'd like to look at it.
Dwarf.
You do realize that you're blind right now, right? Well, maybe. You gotta.
Oh, you did make that fourth save from who did you blind? You blinded Devin. Fourth save from Devin.
Yep.
The party's already turning on itself.
Okay, out of here. Do we really want to have a big party fight and kill each other before we go on our first mission? Is this what we want to do tonight?
No, I was just going to punch you face.
Oh,
to
jeez,
make
what
a
happened?
point, but-
Oh, I was just going to decorate him all sparkly and fancy like the diamonds that he loves.
Oh, jeez. What did I
Let's
miss?
not do that, because if you do that, you punch me in the face, then you get punched in the face by a koala, then an eagle comes and scratches your eyes out, and I really don't want to have to do that tonight.
And this is how we're bringing freedom into the Stolen Lands.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's topical.
Oh man, what happened? I had like connection issues for a bit, and the first thing I hear when I get back is like everyone wants to punch each other.
You went away for 5 minutes, and this is what happens.
Less than 5 minutes. That was probably like 2 minutes at best. Jesus.
Well, I can
Yes,
see...
let's have it, and let's. I won't sink to the level of common folk. I will dismiss myself and head to my quarters for a relaxing foot massage.
Just walking away in his butt sparkling topper.
Yeah.
Called
Just
shot.
I imagine it's just a moment of silence between the three of us that are just standing here, and and Vin's just gonna say, "I'm not gonna kill him, but I guarantee he will not come home without at least having his nose broken once."
Do you
And I'm
think
supposed to be the calm one of my family. My father would have gutted him by now.
Do you think he's ever seen combat?
No. I think he
Oh,
likes to
dear.
talk big and think so high of himself. I'm honestly afraid for his life.
The most combat he's probably seen has been a servant standing there as a dummy while he's smacked him on the shoulder with a wooden sword.
Careful now, wooden swords give splinters. He wouldn't want to damage his regal hands in such a manner. I am going to head off to bed myself as well, though, friends. I wish you all a good night, and I shall see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, good night.
Good night.
Good night. It's almost just programmed in your head. You hear people saying good night, you just say good night. But anybody else got anything I want to do before we roll for initiative? Just kidding.
No, that was fun.
Okay, fair enough. So the journey from Restov to Oleg's trading post is you guys will arrive there like beginning of the evening-ish, 2 days in. If there's anything y'all want to do between here and there, you're welcome to do so. But there's nothing like planned before we get there. But if anyone wanted to, like, if there is any role-playing to do, any checks to be done, I'd rather not rob that from you and be like, 2 days have passed.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, that does mean probably that we will set up tents and everything, which does mean that we will make use of the some of the ridiculous stuff that I brought along.
Yeah, it's fair. Everybody would indeed see the Von Amar caravan, shall we call it. And I want to say there were 6 horses. I'm not looking at the Google Doc right now, but there was a lot.
Yeah, it's 6 horses, a carriage, a heavy wagon. On the heavy wagon is a lot of stuff like the pavilion-sized tent, the private quarters, a folding, a collapsible bathtub, like a folding bed.
Yeah, that is
Folding-
actual things in gear. It's a kind of amazing.
Yeah, no.
I had to buy that when I found it.
There's just a moment of silence as Vin just watches you put this all up and is like, "I'm sorry." What?
Devin would love to get into the collapsible bath and then have no beer to wash his back.
He can't
Best
get the
use of
woman to
idle
do
one.
it, so he has to settle for the second best. Oh man, however he swings.
I suppose I'll have to make an acrobatics check to get on my horse.
Well, you
No.
I would actually, I mean, if you
Right,
mentioned something
carriage.
about traveling, a wolf would be walking alongside Smiles and seeing you have troubles, or Smiles. Finsall, his wolf companion, would eventually probably notice you having trouble with the horse and walk over towards you.
Well, let's see if I have trouble first.
I mean, you didn't buy a step ladder.
Yeah, it's you try to you get one foot in a stirrup that's much too big for you and try to lift yourself over, but mostly you just fall out of the stirrup. So that happened.
Yeah.
My dear kobold friend Tuxie, don't you just want to ride with us in the carriage? It's much more comfortable too.
You could ride on the back of my friend here, Smiles. The wolf set. I say as the large wolf walks over.
Tuxie will give the wolf a nice look over. She goes, he is so fluffy.
Yeah. He's a good boy. Oh, Smiles! Smile! And the wolf will grit its teeth to reveal a large, maw of very sharp white teeth. It's called Smiles because he has a great smile.
Tuxie will make a large toothy grin back.
Smiles' tail wags a little bit faster.
She will scritch Smiles' chin.
Smile likes that.
Okay. And it's in this way. Good.
I think that is the... Yes, Tuxie's going to ride on Smiles' back.
Yes.
Good enough for me. And it's in that way that a day and most of the second day passes. Eventually, coming up on the horizon, y'all see you can see the catapults that are positioned on, the battlements of basically a wooden palisade with some little, platforms to hold these things. But Vin would be able to tell you they haven't worked in years and years and years and years. And the time in the elements have basically worn them into nothing. The caravan is not a quiet thing. And as a gigantic wagon pulled by 6 horses begins to approach this, the front gate of the place, a portly human man with a big mustache comes out, just welcome to Oleg's! And he begins looking, up and down the party, and eventually says, that Smiles, isn't it? Oh, come here, little one. And, he goes down, tries to bend over, but can't really because of his gut. But so basically just, pushes
Smiles
arms
would
forward.
Smiles would walk over and rub up against him a bit.
Oh, that must mean old Winkle's here, is it? There's old Winkle!
Oleg!
And he comes up and gives a big, smelly man hug. How you been? I haven't seen you in so damn long. Who's all these then?
Ugh, don't get me started, city folk.
City folk?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of very nice folk along with them, but then there's a couple of fun ones, if you catch my drift, old friend. Is my mother around? I last heard she was about to head up this way.
She's not, unfortunately. Just me's fell on her right now.
Damn it, I must have missed her. Any of my siblings? Have you seen Carlin?
No.
Last I heard, that bastard was heading off to the mountains.
I ain't really seen much of no one, really. Occasional trader and stuff, but no, it's been pretty quiet.
Well, it's going to get a bit loudy here for a little while then, if you don't mind, friend.
And why's that?
I look slowly over to the massive...
interrupt him? Can I get a chance to interrupt him before he says any things and tries to blow our cover?
Sure.
I say, because we are Devin and his disciples, the greatest band of entertainers Varizia has ever seen. We are coming far and wide to bring a world of entertainment to everyone.
Give me a bluff check. It's a good thing the summoner was the one who said something. Go, Charisma Caster.
Bensol was just going to say...
I'm
just going to point to the large caravan.
Guidance for him.
Oh
yes.
Oh, we ain't seen Parisians out here, so you don't usually come out this far west. The caravans usually stop around somewhere in the middle of Ustilov. Fair enough. What say y'all, friends of Vin? Ain't seen Vin or none of Vin's clan in so long. What say y'all to dinner? And he turns and says, Svilana, get the porridge on! Come, please, sit. And outside is like, there is one building in the complex, which seems to be where like a basic storefront is operated. There's stables off to the side and like a small little like cabin thing. In between the cabin and the storefront, there are a couple of longer picnic tables almost. He says, come, sit. Svilana will have the porridge on. And indeed, you can entertain us and anyone else who won't come by.
Tootsie is still writing smiles.
Is that a kobold? I ain't seen kobolds out here in years.
Yeah, I know. I
Yes,
thought for a
all
second.
part of our show. One of our fantastically trained kobold. It even rides a wolf. How entertaining is
It even rides a wolf. Oh, boy. What deity do you worship? Boy, Erastil's grace.
I think Elric will get one of the bottles of meat, because when you get to know new people and you're trying to make contacts, drinking a bit of alcohol always works best. It goes really well with a good meal. Yes. Strong one, too.
I'll be the judge of that.
And eventually, Oleg's wife comes out carrying like a giant platter full of basically just bowls of porridge and then a big like master bowl from which to get seconds and things. And Oleg turns it.
Saul would help her get it to the table. Be like, oh no, don't try to take that yourself now.
Oh, thank you, Vin. You're such a cool little lad. I haven't seen you in so long. Oleg, go stable their horses. Well, we've only got room for the 4. We have to put the other 2 over some... good. And he begins unhitching the horses from the wagon and leading them off into the stables. And
Thank you.
plates are arranged for the 6 of you. Svetlana sits down and begins...
Tootsie is going to make friends with our... well, new friends, the locals.
Okay. Well, if you'd like to
What does
flavor
the
it.
porridge taste like?
Does it taste like... good.
Doesn't porridge supposed to taste like oatmeal a little bit? So it's like an oat.
Yeah, just a little, like... It is thicker, it is a little heartier.
Probably doesn't have as much sugar as it does in America.
And probably some, like, meat floating around in it.
Let's just prestidigitation mine so it tastes yummy and more high class instead of regular poor people.
That's also something that Eric will do. Using prestidigitation. That's, by the way, something that he will probably constantly do whenever we get food, because mostly the druid, I think, is going to take care of the food during our travels. He will always use prestidigitation to pep it up the taste.
Yeah, I took that trait to give me a cantrip, because that's not on the summoner's list, just because it's like, for role-playing purposes, I need to prestidigitate.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the taste. You can warm your water. You can clean yourself. It's just the perfect cantrip.
Tootsie will prestidigitate the flavor to make it worse. Actively.
Make it worse and then what?
Prestidigitation battle?
Huh?
Are you targeting, like, somebody else's? Like, they make it taste better,
Yes.
you make it taste... Okay, fair enough.
It's a prestidigitation war back and forth. She tries to do it a little stealthily, I guess.
Sleight of hand?
I mean, I'm pretty sure prestidigitation has a somatic component. Right? Probably. I've never had to look this
Yeah,
up
verbal
before.
and somatic.
There it is. So you definitely are abracadabraing, so they hear it.
Well, they don't know that I'm targeting theirs necessarily.
We can see you do it. So I'm like, if you want your food to taste like butthole and fish, then by all means, keep it to yourself.
I take a bite of the porridge. It's good.
Now I'm just imagining that scene from, what was it, Sleeping Beauty, when they keep changing the color of the dress back and forth.
Just, no.
Yeah.
Eventually, Oleg makes his way back to his table. Oh, I got all the horses fed too. Begins like rooting around in a bag that he's carrying that has random bits and bobbles of jerky and it. Just, oh, come here, Smiles, you hungry aviating boy. Come here. Scritch, scritch,
Smiles
scritch.
comes over.
Scritch, scritch, scritch. Jerky, jerky, jerky.
Sure.
So-
Smiles eats the jerky.
Vin, what brings you leading Viridians across our lands? What? This is... He begins, like, stuttering off as he clearly can't comprehend what he's seeing.
I know, right, Oleg? That's what I was thinking. Apparently, they're interested in... I don't know. This one over here, I point to Devin, claims he wants to find something new for his show. And as such, he asked for... Well, originally, he asked, He originally asked for Cynthia to come and take him, her being a Desna and everything, and this normally being her shtick, but she was busy with another art piece of hers, and so she asked me to come and do it as a favor.
Oh,
And
fair enough.
Here I am.
And here you are. How's she been, by the way? I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, she's been doing fine. Last I heard, she was working on yet another piece de resistance of hers, something about futility of the river and the rain. She really likes the theme of futility.
What was that? That sounds so... sad.
I know, but it's actually quite a lovely piece involving a lot of, She found a little spring, took a bunch of old broken down trees and basically made them into these sort of pipes for the water to flow through, and it makes kind of like a musical noise as it flows through.
Huh! I'll be damned.
It's quite beautiful, but also kind of sad.
Clearly it's above me pay grade.
Tell me about it, Oleg. Tell me about it. But yeah, so that's how I've ended up with these fine folk. They're interested in looking around, maybe finding some inspiration, I don't know. If it works for my sister, maybe it will work for them.
Hey, perhaps. Not really much out here, though, unless you're looking to get eaten by wolves or something.
Yeah. Excuse me, but I'll have you know, Smiles is one of the most well-trained boys out here.
Well, of course, no, Smiles. Smiles is the bestest boy I ever seen. And he goes, scritch, 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 getting under his belly and stuff.
Smiles is like sitting next to Oleg, just like good-loving on him.
He's just the most adorable, Come to think of it, actually, there was a caravan of dwarves come through a few days ago looking for some long-lost temple of Torag. He shrugs.
Temple of Torag?
Yeah, something from when the dwarves first came up from and he points down, from the down there, a very long time ago. Something about a temple of the Badger?
Yeah, I've come across a few of those in my travels. I'd have to ask some of my family members, maybe my father.
When they were seeking the sky.
Yes, that was it, the sky-looking thing. Yeah, they've been gone a few days, they haven't come back, so I have to assume they either found it or they moved on.
Do you know what direction they went?
Well, from here, they probably went, probably down, I imagine, somewhere towards the Tuskwater, maybe even perhaps towards the Lenvines, and you can see off in the, well off in the horizon to basically your south as you've been traveling that mountain range. Probably out there somewhere, though. He shrugs again. For all I know, there was mountains somewhere else that got destroyed by some angry goblin or something during those dark times. But they're out there somewhere.
Isn't that the 1,000 Voices or something, far out to the west?
Could be out there.
Yeah. Once again, that's Carlin's expertise. Maybe that's what he's fucking around with.
Maybe.
That bastard always gets himself into a crap ton of trouble. Either way, well, I am stuck, so I don't know about you lot, but I'm gonna go and find a nice little tree to go and sleep under. Is the old sycamore still working over there on the hill?
Oh, Sycamore, that's both several days to the south and not present in this campaign, because I changed it. But there are probably some trees if you'd rather not use a bed.
I wasn't referring to the actual area, Tommy. I was just referring to a tree.
There's the new sycamore. We've just planted it. Actually, real quick, can everybody give me a perception check?
Hey!
I think I would trigger my ability to roll twice.
Got it. So Trazen's too busy being quiet to himself. Smiles is just happy to get scritches.
Yes.
Elric is
Vincel's
Elric.
just happy to be home.
Ragnar, if you'd like to roll perception, there it is. Okay.
Maybe he doesn't.
Maybe he
know?
just. Yeah, I'm good. I don't really want to play tonight.
Let the
Okay.
poor people take care of it. Oh wait, no, that's Devon. Sorry.
Almost. So as y'all are eating, it's towards the end, like as Vin's talking about getting up, you look around and you realize that both Oleg and Svetlana have barely touched their porridge. As far as, like, Trazen is too busy being off by himself. Elric is nose in his book. Nose in his book. Mead. Devon is too busy having a prestidigitation war with Tuxi, shall we say. But Vin and Ragnar... Oh, no, Elric does get it. He's got that dank advantage. Elric, Ragnar, Vin, you notice that the pair of them have barely eaten. Basically just lightly touched their porridge. Their bowls still remain mostly full.
Hey, Ulrich. Something the matter, friend?
I'm just
Not feeling well.
not the hungriest, you know what? You understand.
Why don't you join us in food and drink? I have some great
bollocks.
meat here.
Yeah, the mead's perfect. He takes another, like, swig of his mead. The mead's wonderful. You so meanly told me. You understand. Anyway, you was talking about going to bed, Vin. There's a tree out there if you want to be sleeping under that. There's only 4 rooms, and tonight, y'all can have them for free if you'd like. I suppose a couple of you'll have to double up or sleep in the wagon or sleep under some trees.
They have their own tent pavilion they like to put up. They ride quite well equipped. You know how it is. They're used to living on the road.
Of course.
I probably shouldn't get out all the fancy, weird stuff that doesn't quite fit with our supposed roles, I guess.
Makes sense. Well, I suppose Ragnar and Elric, if you both would like to make sense motives as well.
Will do.
Let's trigger another priest science.
I am so annoyed.
I wish I could make a sense motive. I'm so good at that.
The dice, they do not love us right now.
They're not too bad to Elric. Elric, he, when Vin is asking Oleg about something, like, oh, no, it's just what told me. Oleg is lying. You get the, at first you're like, yeah, nah, looks back at book, and then a little bit of, like, prescience in your mind. Just, nope, wait, there's more going on here.
I think I will poke our guide. I mean, I don't particularly like him, but Oleg seems to be his friend, so I feel like having to inform him, like, poke him. It's like, hey, your friend there isn't quite saying the truth. He's trying to hide something. He's not doing as well as he's saying.
How are you doing this?
Just, he's your friend, and
No. Like, are you whispering, or are you, like, saying it in his head?
Yeah, I'm like elbowing you and whispering it over to you.
Okay, then. Alright, I'm gonna nod my head at that and say, that's something, so. Thank you. It's good
No
to see
problem.
that out of the three of you noble folk, there's only one that seems to give your high blood a bad name. Disappointed.
well,
Hmm?
it's nothing. It's you know, our society is a bit different, and it's pretty much the way that we interact each other on that level. You know, don't overtake it too serious.
Well, there, Wizard says, I'm talking to Olaf, and I'm asking about the catapults. What? Has there been raids here or something?
No, this used to be an old fort run by Italians. I just kind of found it one day. No one else was using it. We set up shop here. Those things haven't worked as long as I've been here, and I imagine, almost as if on cue, one of them creaks kind of dangerously in the wind. Oh, I do imagine they work anytime soon. Maybe, possibly someone fix them up, but they've been known to scare away bandits in the past.
I could probably take a look at them and try to get one more.
Well, I'd certainly appreciate it. And if you want to go ahead and amble up there, if you can roll engineering.
Alright.
Is that a class skill for the Forge Cleric?
Ironically, no.
So Devin is around talking with everybody, right? Summoners are the best thing ever and are trained in all knowledges. You want me to give that a roll?
But
Yeah.
I do, because of a feat I took, get a +4 to...
When
It's
it comes to
catapult,
craft,
catapult things.
Devin's got no idea.
Oh, it counts to crafting them, yeah.
when it comes to the crafts and engineering stuff, Elric is always fascinated, and he reads up on a lot of stuff. Though, let's do another precincts and engineering with that
Yeah, if you
knowledge check.
Mhm.
Nice.
So Ragnar doesn't have much of a clue. Devin doesn't have much of a clue.
I know how to... I have spells to fix them.
Elric, those things have been out exposed to the elements for a really, really long time. The wooden bits are rotted. The rope bits are rotted. It would take a lot of time and someone who, like, an expert in siegecraft or a lot of castings of things like mending to get them up and running. And even then, Elric himself, let me look at these sweet mods. We got a +1 there, we got a +3 there, we got a +5. Elric could probably maybe sorta work out how a catapult works, but there's no ammunition here, and certainly nobody like big enough to pick up a rock and put it in this thing, let alone like a siege crew.
Yeah. Well, they don't look particularly well taken care of. Excuse me for saying though, but I think they're nearly falling apart by themselves. It would take quite a lot of work to fix these things up, and especially even when or if we could fix these, or someone could fix these, you would need a whole crew to man these. I mean, they are pretty fascinating, and I would love to hear the history behind them, but I'm not sure they can be properly used anytime soon. It will probably take quite the investment. Elric will probably do a bit of calculation in his mind how much money that would cost to fix and mend something like that.
Quick! To the SRD! Catapult.
While they are up there talking about the catapults, Tuxie will be performing and mocking the nobles and city folks.
Make a perform check. Catapults are usually about like 800 gold a piece, and in total there are 4 of them. Meanwhile, Oleg and Svetlana are both just kind of falling out as to congratulations, and then like starts stomping around like a big koala a little bit. This is the funniest damn kobold I ever seen in all my life. Doesn't it? Wait, doesn't it? You've been traveling all day, haven't you? Doesn't the sun hurt your little eyes?
Not
I think we'll
particularly.
give like the most forced smile. I was just thinking, it's like, oh yeah, we are pretending not to be nobles, so I can't be offended by that.
I know. It's wonderful.
It's called acting. We have to pretend to be like the pores. It's all right. We've learned many things through our universities. I've taken a theater class or two. We can pretend to be like you.
While this is all going on, I would like to step aside and kind of like, I guess, cleaning up dinner, catch Oleg's wife at a point where it's just the two of us.
Okay.
And I'm just going to like put the dishes down, look at her, and say, "All right, it's just the two of us. So please do me something that your husband won't, and tell me what's going on."
She looks around nervously. All right, let me, and she goes to move inside, like, behind the counter of the storefront.
I thought we were already inside, you know, like taking the dishes in.
Oh, sure, gonna. So, there's been this man, and he comes by, and you should sleep somewhere else tonight. You should. You specifically.
Why? What's going on?
He's, we don't know who he is. Usually travels, she, like, pulls up the hood of her cloak well over her head. Travels where we can't see his face. And he come here, and he said that he'd be willing to spare our lives if... And she reaches down under the counter, and she pulls up a bag of this, like... It's kind of off-white in color, like this little, like, powder. If we make sure those who come to the fort are incapacitated, you and Smile should get as far away from here as you can.
I'm just gonna put my hand on her shoulder, like pull back my hood to show her my face, like kind of like get eye to eye with her and say, "Now you know that's not how me and my family work around these parts. All right? Who's trying to do this to you and Oleg?"
Oh, we don't know his name, just this hooded man, and he comes through, and he gave us this, and he says, feed this to everyone who comes through, and we
Now,
just don't ask questions.
I know Oleg's a bit too more than stubborn enough to ask at least one or two questions. So I have to ask, what's he got against you? I take it he's not exactly traveling alone.
Not that I've seen, no, but he said if we didn't listen to him, he'd kill us.
But at the same time, you also know that me and Smiles aren't people to easily be killed. Come on now.
Well,
Seriously.
I mean, you ate, didn't you?
I slowly tightened the grip on her shoulder. You didn't.
I'm so sorry, Vin. We had to do it. He said he'd kill us. It probably won't hurt.
I stand up at this point, walk outside the door, and say, "Oleg, you son of a bitch!"
Well, that's entirely true, but also, what are you talking about?
You poisoned us!
Not a poison.
I'm gonna grab him by the scruff of the collar and say, "After all my family's fucking done for you and your wife, you poison me?
It's not a poison, it's just a sedative.
You rat-blooded bastard!"
Did anyone not eat?
I ate a bowl.
No, I totally ate.
Oleg's face goes bright red.
I get a +2 bonus on saves against poisons.
Oh, dwarf powers activate.
I, just look him up and down. Oh, you...
Oh, sorry. I assume Svetlana told you everything.
How long until he shows up?
sometime after dark, long after that will have kicked in.
Yeah. Fucking great. Okay. I let him go at this point. Smiles, just looks very sad at him.
Sad pupper is sad. It just
Yeah,
got
like
too
his
real,
tail
too real.
droops. Yeah, no, his tail droops after hearing all of this.
Is there some kind of knowledge check I could maybe make to maybe see if maybe trying to like throw up or something would help?
Find some stuff in nature that would make it
Knowledge, nature.
I mean,
nature
I
checks
have
would be good.
I have herbalism, for example, as my profession.
Herbalism would work.
Alchemy. So maybe there's something we can make to counteract this.
Trazen knows all too well as you guys are sitting trying to figure this out. You guys have ingested it, so it's probably been a little too long to throw it up. You might be able.
Nice.
And Elric the Almighty, Elric the Prescient. At best, at this point, you'd want to find something along the lines of like an antitoxin, or not antitoxin, rather like a. What am I trying to? Something to counteract the poison, more or less. It's
An antidote.
Yeah. It's not necessarily going to be anything bad, but probably by what Oleg is describing, when you go to lay down, you'll probably think like delayed reaction melatonin, that kind of thing. You take it, you lay down, you probably won't remember actually laying down, and then you're going to have like the best night's sleep.
We need caffeine then.
I don't know if that will work, but I like where this is going.
Yeah. Coffee in one hand, melatonin in the other, just go wild.
Oh god. I know what happens to people that take whiskey and Red Bull shots. It's not pretty.
Yeah. Well, Elric will go to Doris and say, I have some knowledge. We probably would need some kind of antidote. You don't happen to know an alchemist or something nearby or maybe is there like an alchemy station nearby that I could use?
Oleg?
I have coffee beans.
Oleg?
Eh?
You didn't give my mother over to this man, did you?
No. She left pretty fast after she came in.
What way did she head out?
Due west of here. Or soon back home out that way, out towards the marshes.
Do I have any idea how long it would take us to get from here to the... No, it would be too long. No
days.
way.
You would know it'd be like days and days and days.
Ugh. Well, that
you actually further know that the wagon isn't bad, but wagons aren't like
good.
There is no Ford F-150 of the wagon industry. Nothing has four-wheel drive, and you'll be dragging it up and down hills and stuff.
Well, that's my mother off the table.
Yeah, I was just thinking because are there things here? I will need to see this. This is like a trading post, right?
Yeah.
Can we look through the stocks if there's maybe something materials? Because one of the things that an alchemist can craft is antitoxin. If we have the things here, I can try making something.
Okay. You go looking around and stuff, and Oleg's just, all right. You don't need to go rooting through my stuff. Game for Parisians.
Oleg?
Now
is really not the time to talk like that.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Come on.
He said he'd kill us.
I understand that, but still, could have at least told me. You know I would have stood up to him.
Suppose you still could. He goes rooting around through some stuff, and he pulls out 7 vials. This is all I got. It should be enough to help counteract it a little. I assume he'll be back tonight. I could dig out something for the horses, but the horses will need something a little bigger. And I imagine...
You did it to the horses, too?
As much as I gave them, they're probably out by now.
I look over and I imagine they're already dropping.
The 2 that are not in the stables and are still in line of sight, they haven't moved for a while. And now you know why. As they're chests go up and down, breathing real deeply.
Oleg, for the love of the gods.
Oh no, I'm sorry. If there's anything we can do to help, I could do what I can, but...
Okay. So, battle plan, folks. I'm going to imagine this guy is probably not a friend of ours, and I'm going to imagine that from the way he's managed to scare Oleg and them, like, just by a tiny bit, that he's not someone we want to mess with. Like, so...
Are we currently in earshot from Oleg still?
I assume the whole party is gathered around at this point, and Oleg and Svetlana.
Yeah, I know, but I still don't want to expose our identity, but...
I got an idea. Y'all are good actors, right?
Alaric coughed because acting is charisma based, and he has both poor charisma, and his flaw actually makes it even worse because this is not one of the skills that I'm trained in, which gives me another -2. So
I've not acted in a day in my life.
If I would try acting, I would roll at a -4.
Well, at least I can act. What do you need?
Jeff screams internally as he tries to tell people that he's charisma-based, but his mic keeps crapping out on him.
It might be a good idea to play along with this gentleman and let him think that his little plan works.
I was thinking the same thing.
And then just catch him with his pants down.
Fair enough. I mean, he would expect us to be in the room, right? We could all go into the room. Oleg says that we should be sleeping inside the room, and the moment he opens the door, we drop everything on him.
No, that's...
We should keep him alive to interrogate him, to know what he planned to do with us. Maybe not just killing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I do have a spell prepared for that. Are you guys aware of the sleep spell? I could try knocking him out if he doesn't resist it. Then he will fall asleep on the spot.
And if that doesn't work, we have the hammer.
And clubs.
We have the sleep spell.
Spins hammer 2 non-lethal side swings.
Yeah, it's
Oleg.
Power would sleep.
I'm sorry to be so aggressive with you, friend, but please do promise me that you'll let us take care of this.
He nods.
I'll give him a soft hug, kind of like a forgiveness hug. And Sniffles will come over and like rub up against his leg a little, or Smiles will come up and rub up against his leg a little bit.
He absently scritches behind Smiles' ear. If there's anything I could do to help, I'd be certainly happy to at least try.
It sounds as though for our initial plan is just to play along as though you did what he asked.
Yeah, I mean you did, so there's. I guess you don't have to lie there. Because you did poison us if he asked you.
No, that is it. I'm sorry.
Speaking of, Eric pops open the antidote and
don't drink it yet! No, you can't drink it yet!
Okay.
You have to wait until you go to bed. It only works for a little while.
What? Okay.
And
now we have 6. And then there were 6.
And then there was 6. Pip. I'm sorry, little Kobo, you were saying something. Turns towards Tuxie. That's hard to say 10 times fast. Turns towards Tuxie.
Well, if putting him to sleep is the plan, I could also help by incapacitating him for a period of time.
That makes sense. Putting him to sleep, incapacitating him. Certainly you smell him from a mile off. Smells like... like nothing I ever smelled before, like what you'd find out back there in the heap.
Question:
And
as
that
worse
must-
or worse than father?
Worse.
Excuse me?
Oh no, right?
Oh gods.
That must. Ulrich is also thinking that must mean something because this person, Oleg, was described as a smelly person already. So, as a smelly person says that someone is smelly, then that's probably bad.
No, if Elric would like to make a knowledge check.
On smelly pee?
Knowledge,
What
smelly,
kind
knowledge
of
of the poor.
knowledge?
What kind of poor is this? Oh, your call. I don't want to metagame it too hard, but if Elric is thinking, that means Elric can throw dice at the board.
Okay. I mean, what would be? Oh God. I'm trying to think how I can justify some of these knowledge. I mean, I guess it's usually not that you think about a specific kind of knowledge, but more of the what could this be, and then knowledge comes to your mind that might fit it.
That makes sense.
So
nobility
I mean,
would be a
I've-
thing you could roll.
we are part of the esoteric order of the Palatine Eye, and we are fighting the Whispering Way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Good
That's
enough.
why I earlier didn't want to talk about what I was thinking in front of Oleg because I didn't want to crush our disguise yet. Because I was like, there's some shady people doing something here, and the Whispering Way tends to do shady things.
Call it a religion check, as long as y'all got there first.
Okay, let's do one more of my trait. I'm using this up like candy.
Seems good. When in doubt, roll with advantage. Elric gets stitches.
Oh,
Good enough. Yeah, Elric, he begins describing smells worse than a person that smells bad, and Oleg smells bad. And when he says, oh, it smells worse than back there, he's pointing to the midden heap. So certainly it sounds like what you're dealing with is some kind of sentient undead, which would further make sense if possibly, maybe it's looking for a food source that can be milked over and over again. That's probably why the people, horses, dogs, whatever you can get, I'll eat it. That could be a lot of different things, though. Anything from, like, a ghoul or... Oh, what are other sentient undead? Like, wights, wraiths? Probably not a wraith. You'd think he'd freak out a little more if there was a big floaty ghost monster. Yeah, an 18 is good enough. It sounds like what he's talking about is a ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. Yeah. If not, like, something much, much bigger and scarier.
Yeah. I think probably Elric goes about it, like, thinking to himself and then asks Elric, like, specific questions when he thinks of what might be. Is like, did it smell somewhat like this? And stuff like that, and pokes him if he can remember something. Then he's like, this sounds like it could be a ghoul.
There's probably a point where Oleg's like, even when they wake up when he starts doing what he's doing, they only scream for a second. And that's because when the ghoul bites down, they would basically immediately wake up, be paralyzed, and then eaten alive.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, so you've been feeding people to this thing for a while now?
Don't go say he said he'd kill us.
I mean, I can understand him somewhat. It's bad. It sounds bad.
It's
but I can understand his reasoning somewhat. This is probably the time where being lawful neutral comes in handy because I'm not that terrible when it comes to what's good, what's bad. It's like you do what you must do to survive, you know?
The problem is not that he tries to survive. The problem is that he is helping an undead feeding himself and we
Well-
can't tolerate this.
That's true, but he obviously doesn't know that it's an undead, so you can't judge him based on that. We are out here. It could be all kinds of things. It could have been, for all he knows, a were creature.
A
So,
cannibal, a Wendigo.
No, that's my
Exactly.
in-person
There's so
game
many
where it's
things
Wendigo.
that-
It's not here.
it could be so many things, though. I don't think we can judge him as working intentionally for undeads. I mean, it's still despicable to sacrifice people in this way, but I'm somewhat sympathetic, let's say.
It's also kind of stupid because what happens when he runs out of people? If no guests come by, who's on the dinner plate next?
Well, this is a trading post, so there should be people coming here regularly.
It's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but you tend
I'm
to
glad
need
the
to travel
dwarfs did
through
not
the
get
middle of
eaten.
Good to
nowhere.
this thing. I'm asking Oleg how many people he's fed to this thing.
Must have been. Must have been a couple. I don't know. I lost count. He takes the bodies with him. You see, we hear the sounds, and then we
Wait,
get up, and the
you
bodies are
want-
gone.
Counts.
Jesus. Okay, this is worse than I expected. Way worse.
Oleg just kind of nervously shakes a little bit. Doesn't say a whole lot of much.
I don't blame him.
Yes, I believe he's put his foot in his mouth one too many times already.
Knowing Oleg, he literally did it because he doesn't have a choice. But still. Either way, the first choice is clear, so we have to take this thing out. It sounds as though it's undead, so it's probably best for me to have a few.
Sadly, I don't channel energy like a normal cleric, but I can cure light wounds.
Quickly takes
On
like
this
half the
undead.
monsters off the board, assuming the cleric could just channel energy them to death. Oh, now I know. Oh, good. Just kidding. Just kidding. Y'all can still fight him. Awesome. Thank y'all for helping Jeff out in Jeff's trying time.
Yeah, Shillelagh doesn't have any bonuses against undead. Dang it.
Well, in any case, as y'all have been talking, time is moving on, and it now is like fully dark out. Oh, like,
Okay,
just
we
going,
need to
what do you want me to do? You go, y'all should
But-
probably, and he, like, if you haven't picked up your antitoxin, he picks it up and hands it to you. Y'all should drink this now. It's going to hit pretty soon.
Okay, but the problem is, what happened to the one that we already drank?
He stopped us.
Yeah, you're
He
supposed
did?
to
Okay.
before you go to bed. It's only good for like an hour.
Okay, so he did stop us though before we drank it. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Even though I think we still would have had one more than we are people, right? I think we're 6 and he had 7.
One for
So
smiles.
was
Is this one working?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hear Jeff.
Yes.
Hot damn. Okay. Yeah, let's just go with the plan. I had some other stuff, but we're way behind that. Fuck it. I'll go with the plan we got.
Deal. Which is what?
That's the mentality to have.
Yeah, I mean, it would feel bad to go like back an hour and try to retcon things.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We'll
We'll-
get to speak.
I'm going with the flow.
Okay.
But I do kind of want to kill that dude after all this.
we will just say that you ate more than everyone else, so you were a bit drowsy.
Yeah,
think
clearly,
we took that
clearly
to
Devin
die.
had like 10 bowls, so his fort save is so astronomically high.
All right. Well, let's get in the room, everyone. Gonna head upstairs. Drink the
Yeah.
drink the antitoxin.
Okay.
The suppressant. It doesn't sound like it's an antidote. It just sounds like it's
Yeah.
a suppressant.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it's delayed poison in a bottle.
It sounds like a +5 alchemical bonus to fort saves against poison if used in the next hour. Okay, so then there is one room with
You will
4.
cast resistance on everyone.
Okay. The duration is 1 minute, and like this is gonna hit after you lay down.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, it's kind of like, well, nah, you all can probably feel it coming on. Like I said, it's like super melatonin. Sure, works for me. So then everyone wants to pile into the where people are staying, I suppose, like the guest rooms, as it were.
Yes.
Alrighty, works for me. Let me quickly adjust.
Do we
the
split
dynamic.
up or do we all go in one room?
I think we will all go into one room, so if we split up, it could be bad because he opens one door and then only those people get to hit him right away.
Yeah,
But if
just
we are
asking
all-
because it sounded like we were splitting up.
Oh no, we're all in the same room. That way we can all pretend to be asleep, and then I'll wake up, and then mollywop the shit out of them.
I mean, if y'all want to split the party, I'm more than willing to let that happen. Okay, fair enough. Everybody gets in the room.
House rules on mind
Uh,
affecting on undead.
Yeah, y'all know what's up. I guess also I should say, Tuxie, if your dex is higher than your strength, if you're using a light weapon, you can dex to attack and damage with it now. And yes, if it's undead, if it would be immune to you, it is not immune to you. It gets a +4 racial. So I don't know what happens when a ghoul tries to fall asleep, but it'll... Something. I don't know. Something, magic, something. Everyone, make a fort save.
Okay.
Yes, I'll move
I'm
you
not
to
sure if in this situation I can actually trigger my ability first or not.
With my dwarven stuff, I get a +2, so a 13, 14, and then plus the items bonus.
Okay.
Here we go.
Is this one of the situations? Is this a situation where I could actually use my ability? I'm not quite sure.
Does it
Because
work
you're
on
saying
saves?
it after I'm laying down, because I would need to
Alright.
be awake to trigger my ability.
You can use it. You can use it. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
The dice have spoken.
You and full casters, you just can't play them. They keep dying. You have a horrible nightmare about falling from a rope several hundred feet, and you don't wake up. Okay, fair enough.
I have Featherfall this time around.
Hey, question.
Answer.
Is this probably not a death effect, energy drain? Is it negative energy or a spell or spell-like ability of the necromancy school?
Nope, just poison.
Yes,
Straight up
poison.
Gotcha.
Okay, so everyone
Good
does have a hero
old-fashioned
point.
poison.
Everyone can re-roll the thing. The numbers stand.
What was the bonus from the...
You have a
Poison?
+5, so that means that Jeff has a 19. Elric rolled a natural 1 and uses his hero point.
Twice.
Elric is dead. Do it. You're super screwed.
I mean, I still have my hero point, but I feel rolling twice is overkill. Is that allowed?
With a hero point, yes. All things are possible with hero points.
Okay.
And in any case,
I think
Tuxie
I
has
will
a
do it.
16. Vin has a... Vin and Smiles are super good.
I still fail, but at least that's not a natural one.
Trazen has a
In
10.
total, I have a
As
19.
16, wouldn't that be a 17?
You know math is hard. Get out.
Yeah.
I will fly to Chicago. Land area. And
That's-
figure out where you are. I'm telling you,
It's
you need
so
to move to
unlikely
Kansas City. I
to
mean, you
move.
got an auto friend group who finds you a better job. The cost of living is cheaper. Wins across the board. But I digress. Does anyone else want to use the hero point?
No.
Okay.
I'm amazed how I can roll 3 times and roll so bad.
It's your curse, my guy. You and your full casters. Okay, so
I still think the rolling from the sheet is worse than just writing roll and then the dice.
yeah, that just knows you need to die. Okay, so if all the numbers stand, Devin and Tuxie, you get a little, like, as you go to lay down, you feel it hit you, and you realize, oh, wait, somebody put something in my porridge. But you're able to, like, you nod off a couple times. But you can keep it together. Vin and Smiles are fine. Vin and Smiles probably experience, like, mild stomach distress at best. Where's Ragnar? Ragnar has a 17, did you say?
A 19 in total with
No,
the racial bonus.
Yeah, Ragnar's had it worse. And did you say you were from Alkenstar?
Yes.
So probably tastes like mild gunpowder flavored alcohol, as someone from very far south of here has arrived. We need to figure out how to get you one of them weird, like, dwarven axe musket double weapons, because it's super flavorful for you. In any case, you three pass. Elric lays down and, like, just puts his head on the pillow, like, guys, no, I'm fine. I'm not gonna... And he's done. He's out. Trazen as well.
So can we try to wake them, or are they unwakeable?
You can try to wake them and then get another save, but clearly the antidote wasn't enough. It's somebody who's taken the entire bottle of melatonin, and you wake up.
Watch me do roll number 4 and still failing.
It's not long after, like, those of you who are awake feel that you push through the things that you begin to hear from outside, just Leviton. And
do we gain the bonus from the potion again? If the group tries to wake us up?
At this point, you're just rolling fort saves. You do hear the sound of somebody walking around outside, though. As well as a knowledge nature check from those of you awake.
Oh, hey.
Oh, a decent.
I think I might have made it. Let's hope it's DC 15.
So as whoever's outside is outside and moves in, it sounds like they've brought a pack of, and yes, that's good enough. Elric, somebody shakes you and you do eventually wake up. It sounds like a pack of thylacine, which are a marsupial native to the region. They're not quite a wolf, not quite like a puma, kind of in build. Sounds like there's about 6 of them out there, but when they, like, their howls and their barks are a little slower than they should be. And it dawns on you that of all the things to show up, these creatures have probably been killed and reanimated as zombies.
Oh, Jesus.
Y'all are here, your door is shut. You hear Oleg just, oh, it's you, my good noble sir. I'm so glad you could make it. Oh, well, let me just come over then. Leviton, we don't have time for this.
Oh, Tommy, before I forget, I need to dismiss Nobirt, because while I'm trying to pretend to be asleep, if I'm awake, if I fall asleep, Nobirt goes away, so I need him to go away. So he's not there, and the little shiny mark on my head isn't.
Got it. I can only eat horse flesh for so long, but I suppose it'll do. Then you hear...
Don't feed them our horses.
What? Wait a minute! What, don't you want the people first? They over there. Leviton, what are you playing at?
Damn it!
God
damn it!
Hero point! Hero point!
Oleg's not.
I used my hero point.
You realize Oleg's actually like a first level druid, and just by the power of... Now, he'd be a mixologist. He's basically Yuli, just Australian. Mushroom beer? No, not quite. Yeah, Ross gets it.
Oh.
Can I use my hero point for that?
Not for Oleg.
Oh.
Can I mage hand the door slightly open?
Sure.
To distract the ghoul?
As you do so... Yeah. Oh, see. They're awake, are they? Good. And I'll open the door if you guys would roll for initiative.
Me too?
Not Trazen. Trazen is... Trazen make one more fort save, I guess.
No! You can get... Okay, Smiles, it's up to you. No! Dang it!
Smiles goes on the same count as you.
Oh, right. Dang it!
He didn't, did he? Man,
yeah, he did.
You gotta play fighters.
I am going to hero point my initiative.
Okay, sure.
How can I roll so many natural ones?
Oh, can I state for the record, I would have equipped my shield and club.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just making sure, I would have grabbed that.
Man, Y'all are so...
What does hero point in your initiative do again?
Reroll. Roll it with advantage.
Okay. You know what? Poop it. I'm gonna use my hero point on the initiative too. Why not?
And
You only live once. YOLO. That's a bit
Yeah,
better.
can I use my point to wake up or something, or to reroll?
You could try to use your hero point to reroll the fort save, yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
Was
If
it
I
12
don't
was
wake
it-
up, I go to bed.
Sven just goes to sleep IRL. Alright. I see how it is.
The 12. Oh,
Trazen
yeah.
does eventually. Actually, this is a good enough time to give Trazen his birthday present, I suppose. As the door gets mage-handed open, and y'all probably smell the smell of what most of you can identify as graveyard dirt and rotting flesh, and just, yeah, that's a ghoul and a bunch of zombies out there. Trazen, your little bat goes flying to land on your neck, and as this happens, everyone sees it kind of, I'll say crowbat out, if anyone knows what that means at all, as it sprouts another couple wings and this golden mask forms over its head, and it just, Trazen the Infinite, awaken, and slaps you across the face, and you...
What the heck?
And if all of you can make a religion check, or the planes check, whichever is better for you.
Me too?
You too.
I'm just gonna go religion. What the hell? I had too much mushroom beer, apparently, for this night.
Didn't we all? Okay, man.
Can I do planes and religion, or just one?
Sure. Most of you got it. It's there. Jeff got it.
There
All
we
of
go,
you-
much better.
What is that? Oh wait, it's very clearly, as all of you get a look at this. Usually they look like ravens, but this one apparently looks like a bat. The wizard's familiar is not what you thought it was. It's in fact a little tiny psychopomp. Psychopomps are the outsiders of Pharasma's particular bent, shall we say, that they were created and exist both to guard like the roads between life and death, to if someone tries to cheat by becoming a lich, they will try to set the balance, but they also serve as the intermediaries for the recently dead, those who can't quite come to grips with it. The psychopomps will help, and in particular, this one is called a Nasoi, which is the clerks and messengers and errand guys and gals of the goddess of death, and one of them apparently is sitting on Trazen's neck, just, Pharasma is watching you, you weak, slap, pathetic, slap, would-be necromancer, wake up! Happy birthday. Trazen gets improved familiar as a bonus feat and gets an Asoi Psychopump. It won't really matter in combat, so I'm not super concerned about handing it to you now. But, and I guess since it's a birthday thing, whatever a bat gave you, the Nosoi can turn into a raven or itself as beast-shaped, much in the same way a Chosen One's familiar can, so whatever a bat gave you, you still retain.
Okay, cool, thanks.
I'm not even sure what is.
Bonus to fly.
Oh, good. Well, you keep that. Well done. And if you want to roll initiative, congratulations. You get to play Pathfinder tonight.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
You don't die in your sleep on session 1. Man, I'm so mad. Oh, okay, you die in your sleep. A 7's not good enough. Trazen the Infinite.
Oh, it's better than my natural 1.
That's fair. Okay, did I get everybody?
The dice's deal with you.
1, 2, 3, 4. You are not on there twice, Chewy. Be gone. Who am I missing? Who's not? Oh, I didn't get Elric, did I? Elric, get on the initiative. You're so slow. So slow that I can't even... Where'd you roll? There you are. You got that dank natural 1. Boom, bam. Okay, we got a Trazen, we got a Ragnar, we got an Elric, we got a Vinkel, we got a... Vinkel! I can't not. We got a Jeff, we got a Tuxie. Okay, very, very good. And Tuxie, you are top of the initiative. The door is open. There is a light source coming from Oleg.
Alright. I'm just now realizing the door is up here and not over there, but okay.
Did I not?
Tuxie will...
Okay, there's not an error in the dynamic lighting. Oh, no.
No, we can just weirdly see from, like, Oleg's spot.
Yeah, fair enough. You probably see from the light. Yeah. Because you all control the light. There it is.
I mean, you can make it so that way the light doesn't have sight.
The light doesn't have sight. It's because it's in your journals is probably why. I'll fix it later.
She is going to cast.
If you need help with
Hideous
that, let me know.
Laughter on the
Okay, sounds good. As I quickly pop out everything that we'll be fighting here. Boom. A boom. What you casting, Emmy?
Hideous Laughter.
Hideous Laughter. Alrighty. And I'm going to make that will save. Boom. And if I would normally be immune to this, and I think I would be, I get a +4. Boom.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I suppose I could go ahead and put his name in, couldn't I?
Do you have eagle tokens ready? Oh, no.
Oh, you know we do.
Time for freedom.
Oh, can't get away from it. Okay, so you go out and you try to do the thing, and it kind of just turns and looks at you, and so too do all of the hordes of Joggos behind them. Just, well, what even? Looks you up and down. Anything else, Emmy?
Nope.
Alrighty. Walks up, and I only want the third attack from this. Would a 16 hit you?
No.
Nope.
Remember, you have an AC 17.
Oh, yeah, you did. You were bragging about that 17
Yeah!
so hard.
High five!
As the ghoul gets closer, the ghoul is supporting itself on a staff. It looks like it used to be it's got the handle on the side, and it's got like a little bit of like bent messed upness on the top. Probably was a scythe at some point. But like the metal bit has been broken off somehow. Just, well, yeah, and tries to bite in, but you're able to like at the very last second block with your shield as it goes to Devin, and we dig out the Squadron Hawks once again. Somewhere down here there's we can use Shaga. Jeff, you're on.
Okie doke. I need eagle tokens, please, or just one for. Oh, that's kind of big. All right.
We got
so yeah. Flashy of the hands. Token appears right. Yeah. Damn it, it's not popping up where I want it to go. But anyway, right next to him, so I can attack with the eagle.
Alrighty, so technically speaking, Devin might be able to see, but Devin doesn't have line of sight to the bad guy without walking outside.
Alright, since he's a master summoner, he gets like the minions.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I get them instantly.
As a standard action.
Standard action, and they last a minute per level instead of round per.
Yeah, the master
level.
summoner's crazy. I had a play one once.
I'll move Devin outside. Blam. Okay, so put him right there. Do you want to roll your d4? Do you get a d4? I feel like you get
Yeah, it's a d4. It's like I get it's 2 talent attacks and then a bite with negatives.
Fair enough. Okay. And a 14 does not quite get there. Unfortunately, freedom doesn't ring super hard.
Not yet.
They're not that. Why does it keep rolling so many? I just needed to do once.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Make it stop.
Make it stop. Okay, Vin, you're on. I'm doing that to make it stop.
Alrighty then. First things first. I guess I'm just going to head up here.
Okay. So as you do so, as the eagle appears and begins flapping at the man in the hood comes down, and to your horror, I don't suppose you saw the name on the full attack.
You cut out what?
To your horror, I don't suppose you saw the name on the full attack, did you?
On the what?
If you scroll up to where the ghoul full attack.
You're cutting out a lot.
You're cutting out a lot. Can you hear me now?
You son of a...
In fact, it is your brother. He turns and just, well, cracks his neck as he turns his neck a little too far, like a human would have broke their neck to turn their neck that far. Well, 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 well. Hello, brother.
What have you done to yourself?
I don't like your family.
Me? I've lost a little weight. I am hungry, you see.
Give me back my brother.
I'm right here.
With that, I am going to cast Shillelagh, and I'm just going to order Smiles to... okay. Can't really tell how Smiles is supposed to move. Smiles is going to come around behind Carlin.
It provokes an attack of opportunity from your loving
Can I use
brother.
acrobatics to... Or no?
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
you can.
Okay, poop. Nope, attack of opportunity. Darn it.
Bork. And do I only want the last one? Never mind.
Oh, come on. Yep, that hits.
I realize now, hang on. So I rolled the bite only has a 5. Like I said, I only want the last one in the full attack rotation. So he swings with the quarterstaff, and then he tries to offhand with his quarterstaff, and then bite. So in total, there's only a 7. He tries to bite Smiles and can't quite get there, and you may full attack.
Well, Smiles only has one attack. And he chomp.
And he
Nope.
chomp, not the best. Speaking of he chomp, move 5 feet, move 5 feet, and move 5 feet. Unfortunately, the thylacines, as they approach Smiles, some of their flesh kind of like flops off the bottom. Very clearly, they're only supported by dark magic, so they aren't doing the best. And since zombies are staggered, they don't get to attack. Treason! It's your turn.
Tommy, have
Yes.
you killed off my entire family already?
You don't know.
Is this revenge for that one thing that happened in the original Greenwich colonies? Is that what's going on here?
No, it's revenge for a monster from last Sunday that I couldn't hit because I couldn't roll above a damn 2 with my gunslinger.
That was entirely your fault.
Now, that was the
Excuse me.
RNG's fault.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my fault.
Yes, fair. Alright, Trazen moves out.
Good
Yeah,
thing
I
that
move
you have
up
so
to
many
here,
family
and-
members.
I cast Mage Armor on myself first.
Okie dokie. So the only exception to when a zombie can or cannot attack after moving is when it charges. Zambo Thylacine charges the sleeping horse.
No, my horses!
Your horsies.
They're expensive.
Your horse is my brother.
Yeah.
What the bloody...
Your horse is my brother. This
We
one,
can see where the priorities lie.
this one just moves.
Well, I
up.
didn't pay for your brother.
Excuse me!
Ragnar, you're up.
This party's gonna fall apart.
Okay, move it out of the room. Hang on.
Oh, we are not gonna last long together. I can feel it in the air. I literally dropped what I was holding in my hands when I heard that line, too.
When I see the undead, I cast Sun Metal on my weapon, which gives it a +4. Well, it gives it not plus. It gives it a D4 of fire damage whenever I attack.
Okay, sounds good. And Bork. It provokes from Smiles. The Thylacine moves through his threat range.
Alright, bite. Chomp!
Chomp, indeed.
Does that hit?
Yeah,
Trip? Nope.
not quite on that one. And since a bite can do all of them, break through the DR of the thing. And finally, Elric.
Alright, looks like I need to save my horses. I will first move out to over here.
Around the time you see a couple of undead dog things try to bite at a horse, but they can't quite get at it.
This is what I get for taking family ties.
Well, good thing you created so many family members. You can lose a couple and still have some.
Yeah, you got spares.
To be fair, this one is the asshole of the family, but still.
Yeah.
Still, come on. Let this
Good
not
thing
go
that he
well.
didn't request anything of you, because you would need to roll a will save to resist that.
Oh, come
Please
on.
come become a ghoul right now. You have to. Ha 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 ha.
join the ghoul side.
Yeah, I
No.
guess I will use a sleep spell and try to target it so that it targets
ghoul.
most of the dogs, especially those who are attacking my poor horses.
Okay. Sounds good to me. What do you mean I didn't? Oh, yeah, I got the will save. Okay, cool. What's my DC?
I clicked the spell.
Oh, fair enough. Boom. And boom.
Jeez.
Aren't
They are
ghouls... I
rolling
hate
really
to ask
well.
this question, but aren't ghouls immune to sleep effects?
Yes, they are. But in my games, nothing is immune to what you do. So rather than the thylacines
Okay.
normally rolling a will save of +3, they roll a +7 for a +4 racial bonus. In much the same way that we once had a poltergeist thinking it was throwing things that were actually illusions.
Okay, I was just like, okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, Tuxie.
I presume everybody heard the comment about this being my brother, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Perfect material.
That is just my luck.
Well, being undead has not done you any favors. I hear you smell worse than your father now. Supposedly you were the clean one of the family.
Okay. Would you like to cast defensively?
Sure.
Oh, that's a good spell.
It's, reflavored,
Soundburst, I think it was?
ear-piercing scream.
Oh, yes.
That would be a cast level check?
Concentration.
Yeah, concentration is basically a caster level check.
D20 plus caster plus mod.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Your
in the
level
sheet?
plus your casting attribute. And you need to beat what was it, DC 15 or something? No,
If you look in your
what was it?
spell casting on the spell section, like right under your class level, there's a concentration thing. Like there's his.
Right. Oh, yep, I see it.
Not quite. It doesn't provoke, but you do lose the spell.
Darn.
Meanwhile, the ghoul turns, and this time I am gonna full attack. The first attack goes at the eagle, the second attack goes at Tuxie, the bite goes at Smiles. Ha-boom! So I'm real bad at stuff. Would a 12 hit the eagle?
I don't think so.
And then a 5 and an 8 both miss as he doesn't seem hurt by your magic, but flustered and swings around a bunch. And Devin, you're on.
More eagle. I want to summon another one.
Okay. More eagle it is. Boom.
All right, so eagle number 1 does this full talon bite.
Unfortunately, all of those failed to connect.
Yep. So eagle number 2, talon bite.
Woof.
Oh, I think one hit.
Not quite.
Maybe.
A 3 and a 14 and a... Yeah, all of those miss. My beast awakens.
What about the 18?
Oh,
You
18
still
does...
need to stop being mean to me.
18 does hit.
Stop rolling!
Alright, stop this madness spinning you're on. So I can get my beast before he kills us all.
Smiles is gonna 5-foot step over here.
Yes, little one. I assume they let my roommate come home early because it's probably really crappy.
And then I'm gonna have him try to bite Carlin.
Okay.
Nope.
Indeed, that's a big no.
And then I'm going to move over. I get a flanking bonus from my buddy, so
It
do
provokes.
I add a +2?
It
or
provokes.
do I...
It provokes. It provokes. Never
That
mind.
misses.
I can't roll any kind of anything either.
And
Thank God.
Shillelagh. Ah, come on.
So you guys move forward and you get the shillelagh in his mouth as he tries to bite you. And basically just probably like a tooth pops out as the primal magic hits him. And like then Smiles tries to bite him and he dodges. Now I'm going to try to bite, I guess, this eagle. Yum, 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 the eagle. Oh, buddy. And boom. 10 to hit an eagle probably is not good enough.
Nope.
Moves 5 feet.
Okay, that's when I pressed the space bar, then it does it again. So maybe that's why it keeps rolling, because I'm pressing the space bar to talk, and then when I press the space bar, it rolls again, and I don't know why.
So just
Oh.
so
11 misses.
just try to set a different push to talk, like what is this, CTRL or something?
Control.
Okay.
Yeah, control.
Would a 14 hit an eagle?
Yes, it would.
I did it! So the undead begin moving forward and they try to bite Smiles and Smiles dodges, but this one strikes home to the tune of not a whole. We'll try it. For all of 5 points of damage as it gets onto the eagle's
It's
leg.
still alive. Barely.
Praise in the infinite.
Do magics.
Sven.
Hello, hello.
There he is.
Do cool magic.
Oh, I hate push to talk. Can we maybe change this?
We'll worry about it in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I casting Ray of Enfeeblement on the ghoul.
Alrighty, roll the touch attack.
Well, that's the wrong damage, but I shouldn't hit.
No, there should be a ranged touch attack attached to that. If you go.
Ah, I forgot to, yeah, choose just a second.
Yeah, you
Achilles, what are you doing?
did the spell wrong. It shouldn't do damage, and even if it deals damage, it should be the 1d6 plus 1 and not just d6.
Unfortunately, yeah, unless Trazen has precise shot. Well, that'd still be a 12 over his touch, wouldn't it? Which is his touch. Okay, so this would normally be something I'm immune to, so I get a +4 to my fort save. Yes, Achilles. You're complaining all over my stream, you poop head. Where is my fort save? There it is. Boom. Okay, fair enough. 4 points of strength damage. Yeah. Anything else?
Can I still 5-step? 5-foot step?
Yeah.
Okay, then I just step on the table.
And up you go. And I'll put a temporary -4 into my strength, I suppose, won't I? Bam! Boom! Hooray for auto calcs! Meanwhile,
Now he has more problems hitting.
he does. So we're gonna D20 +7, because the horse is prone. Yes, Achilles.
No, my horses.
Come here, you. You gotta quit being loud all over the place. I'm trying to.
There's
Tommy,
75
quick question.
gold
These
in
things
pot.
are evil, right?
Yeah, super evil.
Oh, okay. I need to remember. Is a what do you call it? A celestial. So I pick either celestial or fiendish. So they'll be celestial eagles, and they get a +1 against evil things. But I forgot. But I'll do that next time.
Gotcha. Achilles, no bites. You go lay down.
Also, don't forget that when they're celestial eagles, you can once per day use Smite Evil to gain a bonus on attack rolls and damage.
Which is, I think, is their charisma modifier. But I think the eagles are like at 0 charisma modifier. But I'll check.
Yeah, I know, but it still says that the bonus is so and so minimum. I think it's at least +1 still or something.
Okay,
I
so
think it says it in the ability that it needs to be at least 1.
yeah, it's a
even if you
minimum
don't.
1. In any case, the Thylacines begin eating the horse. The horse wakes up, starts freaking out. Ragnar, you're on.
Alrighty.
Proceeds to do nothing.
Well, I'm moving, so I was trying to move the thing with it. the press to talk stuff. So I'm moving over there. Can I get under the eagle here?
Yeah, you can occupy the same square. Can you show me your route
Alright,
again
now-
really fast?
Okay. Oh, meant to pick up my kit. So, up here. Oh, didn't mean to click on that.
Achilles.
And
come here.
then here. I could go down there.
Okay.
Yeah, that way.
Okay, got it. You don't move through his threat range. Proceed.
Alrighty. Going to attack now. Hopefully I set this macro up correctly.
Indeed.
Does that hit?
Does not quite hit.
For a second, didn't read it as Warham or Warhammer, but as Wham! It's like,
Wham!
Wham attack!
That's the sound it makes when he swings it. It just wham!
Exactly.
I'll, got a...
Flanking bonus do we get?
His armor class is down by 2. I have it on my end.
Gotcha.
And, would a 14 hit Smiles?
No.
Elric's on.
Okay, let's try this again. I will try another sleep spell.
Okay. Targeting the same thylacines, I guess.
Yes, I don't want the horses to die.
So they got +7s. So one of them doesn't really fall asleep so much as kind of the undead magic animating it stops it from working. And down it goes. Not dead, but doing a sleep. The other one seems pretty fine. And Tuxie.
Tuxie will 5 foot back. You know, how about a face peel? It might help get rid of the wrinkles, but then again, you don't have enough skin left. You might be left with nothing but bone.
And more ear-piercing screams. Boom. Okay, yeah.
Daze for 1 round and 5 points of Sonic.
Good enough. And have to imagine as that happens, some of the mockery comes true, and the sound hits, and the skin peels a little. And he's dazed. He loses his turn. Devin's on. Hello, Devin.
No, okay. I dramatically pressed the wrong button. More eagle.
Alright, where do you want it? Ping where you want it.
This is why you only get a 15-point buy.
No, he's on 20.
I'm on 20. My pinging isn't working.
Why are you on 20?
Because he only gets up to 6th level spells. He's not as good as you. You could be doing the same thing, Mr. Druid.
Yeah, but I'm not. And also, not as good as him.
Yeah,
that's fair.
The problem with our summoning at this level, that's like I said in the Discord, is it only lasts for 1 freaking round. It's basically useless.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to. No, it's 1 minute.
I mean, I know, but I mean if you are not a master summoner, it
true.
only lasts 1 round per level, which is why summoning at low levels is basically useless.
True. So I guess as their bonus, I just read through the Celestial template, and it just gives it plus their charisma modifier, not with a minimum, so it'd still be 0. Unless you want to make that a rule, and I'd totally take it.
It's that big old 0.
Okay.
I mean,
They'd add their hit, they would add their hit dice to damage, though, so they would get a +1 to damage.
Okay, then I think they do that as a swift action. So all 3 of them will do that, and most of them probably won't hit. Well, let's go and see. So Eagle 1.
Woof.
Does 15 hit?
Does not.
Nat 20.
And if you'd like to roll to confirm.
Okay.
Oof.
Do I add their modifiers to that, or just a regular 20?
You would add whatever you would have rolled to hit. So an 18 hits on the dice, though.
Okay.
Wham! And I need to go back and double check my math. Okay, fair enough. Still standing, the eagle rends into the reeling and spinning thing.
So
You
that
know,
was
actually, a 15 would have hit because he's dazed right now. So there is 5 more points of damage on him.
Well, 6 because of the what do you call it? Damn celestial evil smite thing. Smite evil.
So then, if you'd like to flavor the destruction of this undead.
Yes, I would, as this beautiful eagle swoops down, claws shining and twinkling like the gold that is on all of my fantastic jewelry, rips its talons into its undead head and rips out its brain.
And the body
I
collapses.
thought we wanted to keep that one alive.
Oopsies!
So much for questioning.
He has a flair for the dramatic.
That's our Jeff. Well, you got 1 more attack and 2 more burbs to attack zombos with.
Yeah, are the the other ones are still around, so we'll go with a bite. That doesn't hit. Eagle 2. 17 hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay, so 4 with that one, because I'm taking the dog things are evil as well.
Yeah, super evil.
Cool.
The 9 doesn't hit? The 16. Huh.
No.
Right.
So that one doesn't. We'll go with bite. Bite doesn't. Eagle 3. Woohoo!
Well, if you'd like to confirm it.
All right. 15.
15 would confirm, and if you'd like to flavor it.
So this one again, shining glow. It's beautiful. It's majestic. It's everything that Devon is. As they swoop down, a fantastic breeze hits Devon's hair, and it's like waft, and it's beautiful. Just to see all of his handiwork done, as he hasn't raised, a single finger. Not a dirty speck of blood is on him, and it's all on the eagles that will disappear next round anyway.
Fair enough. I think it goes to Vinny. Is that all the attacks?
Nope, missing third eagle.
Third eagle, even more.
14 doesn't hit.
Doesn't quite get there now.
Fuck yes.
And if you'd like to confirm it, you monster.
All right.
And that confirms.
That does indeed.
It's the 19.
And that was the one that smiles bit, if you'd like to flavor it.
This one he doesn't even look. He just, cool guys don't look at explosions. As this eagle just swaps down, he was looking over at the poor who's trying so hard and so dirty, and just making eye contact. I'm not even looking, just looking you right in your poor eyes as this happens.
Okay, is that all?
One more bite.
Okay, 1 more.
That doesn't hit. Another bite. 15.
15. 15 is, I bet, does that hit? Quick! To the character sheet for not the character sheet, what I'm calling the big book of zomboys. Yep, that hits. 5 points of damage. And Vinny, you're on.
I'm just imagining.
6, because he's
That's
evil.
how it's done, commoner.
Oh.
5-foot step forward. I'm going to whack at the monster in front of me.
Okay.
Does that hit?
If you'd like to flavor it.
Just, without saying anything, just walks over. Monster kind of like lurches at him. Brain splattered against the wall.
Good enough.
And then Smiles is going to come over and try and bite this one. Nom.
Yum. And
Does that hit?
If you'd like to flavor it.
And Smiles just pounces on the thing and just kind of like rips off its neck.
Good enough. Tries in the infinite.
I move up to here and cast Disrupt Undead on the still standing wolf.
Okay. Unfortunately, an 8 would not quite get there. And it's not really smart enough to do anything but attack the thing in front of it.
My poor horsey.
You poor horses. Oh, the poor horses. Oh, the humanity. I think a 14 hits a horse, I'm pretty sure. Quick to the SRD before I kill this horse. Kick the dead horse. Reanimate the... Yeah, I know, Achilles. We're going to kill the dead horse.
Yeah, a light horse has an AC of 11.
Oh, good. 1d4 plus 2. Bam! 4 points of damage. So far it's taken 13.
It has 2 HP left.
Still standing. I'm gonna try to wake up. Come on, buddy. It's time to get up. It's time to start the day. Boom. Nope. Okay, Ragnar.
It's just like, nope. Oh, man.
Your horses.
The dark energy keeping the body moving continues to divide by 0 as the poor thing just can't move. And Ragnar.
Alrighty. I'm gonna try to go up there and hit some.
Warm! So you would be 10 feet away from the square you resolved in.
Okay, so I'm not good with those, but with the characters yet, still memorize them. But John, is your weapon a masterwork weapon?
Whose?
Sorry, the druids.
At
Still
the
on the
moment it's
carrying crown.
enchanted.
+1 right now because he shillelagh'd it.
Yeah, so
I
it's
can
not,
make it a masterwork.
not worth it.
Christ, Achilles, you're so
Alrighty.
loud tonight.
Don't you have cantrips? Don't you have disrupt on that?
Shillelagh's essentially allowing me to one-hand a greatsword.
Gotcha.
A plus
So
1
yeah,
greatsword.
I'm going to. I don't have that set up in a macro disrupt undead, but I want to roll and add my day.
Okay. Does not quite get there now. Guess I had to put Svetlana in her bedroom. She's sleeping. She's not here. Oleg is still cowering in fear. Elric, you're on.
Alright, I really want to save my house, but I think everyone will probably have that covered. Probably don't need to bust out a scroll to try to sleep again. Let's try this. I speak a word of power and point at the nasty thing taking my poor horse and use power word pain.
Well, that's a thing. I don't know what I roll. Do I roll anything?
Is it a living creature? The undead wolf?
So I'll say it gets a fort save because it is in fact an undead, which it would fail.
Alright.
Okay, fair enough. Roll the d6. 44. I thought it was 1d6.
Oh, that's how long it lasts.
Oh, sure. Okay, got it.
It's because it has less than 50 HP, I roll 44 to see how long the spell lasts. And it now takes 1d6 damage each round, which probably will only be one round, but whatever.
Maybe. Alrighty, Tuxie, you're on.
So is the horse awake?
Yeah.
All right.
Also, by the way, Power with Pain doesn't have a saving throw.
Got it. I gave it a save because it would normally be immune.
Oh, okay.
Achilles, you're so loud tonight.
Look at you. You're pathetic. Your bites are so weak you can't even take down a horse which was asleep moments ago and you couldn't even grasp onto it.
Please don't encourage it.
It's gonna do what it can. Nope. And I guess you kind of already flavored it.
Yes.
And it looks and it is sad and it dies. And Devin.
Someone could draw that sleeping ghoul.
Yeah, I feel like 3 is enough eagles. I don't know what else kind of shenanigans would happen tonight. Can I just do a help action to give... Is that how that works? I haven't played Pathfinder forever. What can I do to help my eagles as they kill things?
You could be in the threat range of the sleeping wolf, and you could roll an attack roll, and if you get better than a 10, they would get a +2. Alternatively, the 3 eagles could take move actions to fly over and start attacking it, which, given that it's on the ground, it wouldn't be that hard to do.
Yeah, they can position themselves to flank.
So bad, but she's far away.
Like a 13 definitely hits.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send them to do that because I don't want to get my hands dirty.
Okay.
Does a 13 or 12 does not hit?
They both hit. The first one hits because it's sleeping, and then it wakes up, and then it's prone, so the second one hits.
Okay. So 3 and 5 because I take it it's evil.
Yep.
Cool. And bite. 8 doesn't hit.
Not quite. So since they had to move, all 3 of them got 1 attack.
Oh, okay.
And anything else from you?
No, that'd be enough for me.
And Vinny.
So it's over here, right? Because I apparently...
Right here.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move over to attack it.
Okay.
Because, like, the board is, like, pitch black entirely from here on out, which is kind of weird. Because normally there's dim light.
Yeah, I can't see anything except for, like, this circle.
Yeah.
Well, did I get the circle right? Where? Excuse me, Oleg. I will. Well, boom. Yeah, it's 20 foot of regular light and 20 foot of dim. It's probably because...
it's supposed to be 40 feet in total, and then you put the start at 20 feet.
I put the 20. What it is I don't have a grid on this. It's
No,
the grid that's on it is a grid that was on this map, because this map was... this is before Paizo made the ones that were good for Roll20. So, like, that should be 10 feet. That should be 15. So eventually you lose it.
Alright, me and Smiles are gonna move forward. Smiles is gonna try. Smiles misses. I'm gonna try. Do I hit?
Yeah, if you'd like to flavor it.
Just walk over and thunk. Put it down.
And so you do. I had some other things that were gonna pop up, but I think we did get enough. That is where we will call it for tonight. We will deal with the aftermath of things next time. Congratulations on not getting murdered in your sleep session 1. I was kind of worried with all the D6s here, but we did it. And we'll be back at it next week for more Spoopy Kingmaker. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm actually... Jeff and Emmy have been in groups together in the past. It was a long time ago on the channel, but it's good to have some of the band back together, shall we say. And of course, all of y'all are a treasure as always. But we'll see you next time. Say bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye. Deuces.